Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's 2. How are we all doing today? Because I'm tired. Because I'm tired, chat. I'm tired. Joe Biden, wake up. Wake up, Joe Biden, wake up. Hope you are all having a good day so far.
Happy Thursday, Mom Donny Nation. Can I get a hell yeah?
Yo. I still can't believe it. One of my friends just uttered an unbelievable fucking sentence. Just a genuinely deranged fucking sentence. Fucking GTA 6 Apple Arcade exclusive. I would maybe I would be a little upset. I'm not gonna lie.
Hi, howdy Shay and gamers.
Yo, Mel, thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate you. Also, yo, Ash, thank you for the 11. I hope I'm saying this right. I hope it's Deck Inside. Or Thetic Inside. Thank you for the 5. Can't wait for more Epstein, Doc Scratch. That's crazy. I did, oh, do I have the fucking edit I made? Hold on a second. I was talking to one of my friends about Homestuck, and I jokingly, after that session, I made this.
What's your word
edit.
per minute when typing?
with the fucking with the white ball being the fuck instead of the person side. Say, Doc. What is your words per minute when typing? Last I checked, about 140. It's probably maybe a little faster or a little slower since then. I do talk quick on keyboard.
Time to stuck some homes.
I mean, what do you think, like... it compensates for the fact that I don't write particularly quick. How dare you brighten my day with a stream? I was ready to go to bed sad because of a bad day, and now you come here with your cheerful aura. Is this a cheerful aura? I mean, I'm glad it's working. I hope you feel better. Like, man, I feel that. I did see this, yes. Ash, I did see this video. That was on my feed earlier. Yeah. Fucking banger. Cheerful, they don't realize they're cheerful. Try my best out here, alright? It's been a tumultuous moment. I can spell it.
Tumultuous.
Tumultuous. Yeah, that's what I thought. I could fucking spell the word just fine, but I can't goddamn say it. Looks like Woke's back on the menu. What do you mean? By winning, they're actually
4
losing.
years. Scary stuff. But thanks for the vibes, Shay. Happy.
Yo, Malachite, thank you for the... Holy crap, 4 years. Jesus. That's a long time. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Looks like woke is back on the menu. How's your day been? I ate, so there's that. I managed to force myself to eat something this morning. So that was good. One of those? Oh yeah, one of those. Yeah, I realized I actually did not eat food yesterday at all. There's a reason I wasn't doing too hot yesterday, chat. Yeah, it's what stress does to my my brain. Can't eat. Like, you know how some people stress eat? Like, they can't stop eating when they're stressed? It's inverted for me. I physically, food makes me fucking reek oil if I'm, like, stressed out at all. And then this insists upon itself, because then I don't eat, and I get, like, physical consequences of that, which only just makes me actually more physically stressed out, which creates a cascading effect. Haha. Good wordplay there for the happening of this stream. Apparently, they interviewed kids back in 2002. Mom Donnie was one of them. They were asking what they wanted for the holidays, and he said FIFA and Sims. That's good enough, I guess. I'll give him points for the Sims. I'll give him some points. Bro, you're asking for a Christmas game in the early 2000s? Wait, hold on a second. I just need to double check something. Bro was asking for a Christmas game in 2002, and it wasn't Roller Coaster Tycoon 2? I got Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 in the Christmas of 2002. It was one of the very first video games I ever actually had for myself. I still have that copy. It's in my bedroom. The disc still somehow works by some fucking miracle. Don't know how that is possible, but it does work. I would have been 3.5 at the time. It would have been one of my very first. Because my brother had the first game, and I played it every once in a while when I was very, very little. And I really loved it. Let's see. Yeah, my mom always wanted to make sure I was playing video games that were, like, in her eyes, constructive. As in, like, would teach me potential skills. She didn't want me playing mindless slop. She was a real stickler about age ratings. I remember when I was a little older and I wanted to play Thrillville on PC, and she was like, because I was 9 at the time, and the game was rated E10+, and she wasn't sure. It was rated E10+ because of the music, because of some of the licensed songs having swear words in them. I remember having to convince her. Yeah, getting my parents to buy games for me back in the day when I was a little kid was really difficult. No, I think the first video game I actually ever, like, remember getting, like, as, like, a birthday gift. Well, I got Pokemon Emerald as a birthday gift of the year that it came out. That was cool. Like that game. I still have that cartridge. Hello? Yo, what is up? Is that Neptuni? Hope you're doing well. Birth year starting in 1. Yep, I'm a 1999 kid. The year before everything went to shit. I think Super Paper Mario was the first game I ever played. It's not a bad one. I played that game when I was young because we had a Wii. It was the first Paper Mario game I ever played. I missed out on the first 2 because we didn't have an N64 growing up. And technically, my brother had a GameCube, but then my mom sold it because she was worried that he was getting too addicted to video games. Irony. Anyway. Yeah, she made us trade in a bunch of our old games, like a bunch of GameCube games and Game Boy games. Nobody tell her that that was thousands of dollars in today's money that we handed over to GameStop for fucking pennies. There's no way she could have known that, in fairness. But yeah. Did you see the Legend ZA DLC trailer? I did take a look at it. Yeah, it was cool.
Huh? Why do I have another sub message? I swear I last sent one a week ago.
Sometimes Twitch does this with Prime subs, where it like doubles up. I'm not sure why. It's weird. Do you have some opinions on that console? Where? Are you supposed to stand on it? I don't think you're supposed to stand on it. Then we ended up, like, my brother, kind of, like, we would go out and pick up old GameCube games at, like, used game stores when we had a Wii, finally, to try to, like, rebuild that collection of GameCube games. Ended up getting some pretty good, cheap prices on old games. Like, how about Pokemon Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness for $8 and $12? How we feeling about that? Still got both of those locked up tight. They're a little bit more expensive than that nowadays. And then I dumped them myself. So the ROMs I was playing for my playthroughs were off of my own copies of the game. Whenever I have the ability to dump a ROM, I almost always try to do that, just because I like being I like being completely authentic. It's just a weird thing that I like. What's the rarest game you own physically? Rarest? I don't know. I don't think I own any, like, ridiculously exotic games. Like, I don't think I own anything particularly rare. And now I basically never buy anything physical anymore, just because everything's convenient digital, and they usually have better load times anyway for the console games. Is DS Chrono Trigger rare? Huh? I wasn't aware that was rare. Is it? Because I have it. I actually got it brand new, as a matter of fact. My brother had bought me a bunch of RPGs. He said I would like, and that was what The World Ends with You, Chrono Trigger, Radiant Historia, and then I think the DS version of Final Fantasy III. And that was all like a Christmas gift at the time, because each of those were pretty cheap back in the day. I've never played World Ends with You. As a matter of fact, my copy of it is still sealed. Like, it's still in the wrapping. I haven't opened it. Yeah, I think the first one out of those I played was Chrono Trigger, just because I knew about that game already, and I was like, all right, I gotta see what I'm missing out on. And then I played it, and I was like, oh! Oh, so Toby Fox must have really liked this game, huh? Because I think playing Undertale kind of like reignited my like passion to go back and try old RPGs. And I went out of my way to play a lot of the classics. Like I played like Final Fantasy 4 and 6 and 7, all very good games. 6 and 7 are really, really good games. 4 is pretty all right. I don't like it as much as most people do, to be honest with you. I think it's kind of a drag every once in a while. The remakes are good. It's a good starting point. It's a really good first RPG. Oh my fucking god, you guys. 6, 7, Hate all of you. I hate you guys. My fucking lord. I saw Overwatch had added an emote to the game that makes Soldier do the fucking 6, 7 thing. Oh. Yo, what's up, Adrian? Hope you're doing well. Anyway, if you're a VOD channel watcher and you're wondering why the previous hasn't been uploaded yet, I'm currently waiting for a content ID claim to be removed. I emailed Michael Bowman about it, and it's just currently being in the process of just being disappeared. Yeah, I got a copyright strike on fucking Warhammer of Zillyhoo. But yes, Final Fantasy 7 and 6. There, are you fucking happy? I did it in reverse order. Really good games. A lot of people recommend 4 as like a first RPG, but to be honest with you, I don't know. My recommendation for a baby's first RPG is, it's usually Pokemon. Let's be real here. I mean, what about Earthbound as a first RPG? I actually recommend against that. I feel like you get more enjoyment out of Earthbound if you've played other RPGs first and you understand like some of the deconstructions of the genre and the tropes that it does. A lot of people played Undertale as their very first RPG, and the whole like all the insane amounts of deconstruction of typical RPG mechanics just kind of like goes right over their heads because they haven't actually played the things that it's parroting in those regards. Mario and Luigi? Yeah, those are good first RPGs. Low-key, Bowser's Inside Story is a tremendous... The original is a tremendous first RPG. I love that game. Easy to pick up. All right, let's get started. Do you think Chrono Trigger is a first good RPG? Yeah, you could play that as your first RPG and you'd probably be fine. It's not a bad way, not a bad place to start. Maybe it's a little bit like got a couple of things in it that you kind of have to intuit, but other than that, yeah. But it's kind of like playing Chrono Trigger as your first RPG is kind of like having like a gourmet 5-star fucking kitchen meal as your first dish of food ever. You know, like you're jumping into one of the greatest, most well-regarded, best video games ever created as your very first one. It's like you won't be able to. Everything else is going to seem disappointing. It's kind of like if your first Metroidvania is like Symphony of the Night or something, which is also fine. It's a good starting point. All right, let me get Homestuck open. Da 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 da. Thoughts on Chrono Cross? I don't have thoughts on it. I've never played it. I have not too much interest in it, to be completely real with you. All right. So last we left off on our quest. We were in the dimension of infinite fucking pain and suffering. We were in the green dimension, which means I need to get another hymn back up. By the way, the particular extension of another hymn I was listening to during this green segment, it's really funny. It's called the YouTube video is titled Pre-Scratch Deltarune. Like, what the fuck? That's really funny. What a funny little overlap. Undertale is post-Scratch Deltarune after all, as we know. All right, we're in the green dimension. Last we left off, so nearing the end of Act 5 now. we got Doc Scratch over here. feel free to examine the clippings while I tidy. All right, so I've been told that all of these loop together no matter which one I start with first, so we're going to start with this one in the bottom left first. With the ship. All right, so here we got Liv Tyler and these two bozos, you know, on their quest. Oh! He pickpocketed him! Oblivious. Chase, 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 chase. Secret ambush. Has the wallet. Feel free to examine the clippings while I tidy. All right. Let's go with Dave. So this is young Dave, I imagine. Let's zoom in one more. There we go. Here's one for you. It's a whopper. Are you ready? For what? This huge fucking whopper I'm about to just say. You mean a canard of behemathic embellishment? That's not a word. What? Or was your resolve finally dismantled by the siren song of all that flame-broiled beef? Flame-broiled beef? No, no. Okay, first, do you even have Burger Kings out in the fucking woods? Why do you reference things that obviously aren't in the woods, like terrible burgers? I'm surprised he picked up on what this meant. I'll limit my establishments of reference to lumber mills and sugar shanties from now on. Also, there's a Burger King less than 40 minutes from my house. I won't let this stand in the way of our new policy, though. There is? Okay, whatever. I'm talking about a dream I just had. I mean, it was a doozy, like psychologically speaking. Doozy is a slightly dumber word than whopper. Certainly less delicious. It was absurdly heavy-handed. My subconscious was really slathering it on. Like whatever tangy, fuck, is it tangy? Tangy? I assume it's tangy. Like tangy sauce. Tangy sludge the king himself squirts on his bargain patties. It's possible that I dreamt it ironically, I don't know. I figured you'd be interested in hearing about it. It's as every bit as thick and juicy as a half-pound of sizzling grade A premium. Okay, this is stupid. We've got to get burgers out of this conversation. Are you busy? Yes. Cool. Listen to this. I thought you didn't want me to analyze your dreams anymore. No, but this one was too good not to put under the microscope with your whole precocious psychotherapy shtick. It's almost laughingly symbolic of all my mental problems, assuming I actually have those. It's grotesquely pregnant with meaning, all gestating in at least 8 gooey octuplets thrashing around in an undulating belly full of mind slime. Maybe we can start by evaluating that troubling metaphor. No, look. I just want your professional take on how many things in my dreams symbolize dicks. We've already established that all of your dreams are packed with enough homoerotic symbolism to lift Freudian theory from the ashes of discreditation. That's a fucking banger. Holy. Yo, what's up, Pike? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that's a given. Also, yo, Delta, thank you for the 43 earlier. I mentioned the Prime thing, but I didn't actually say thank you. And also, Mythap? Hope I'm saying that correctly. Thank you for the Prime as well. All right, let's do this. Yeah, that's a given, but I didn't even dream about puppets this time. Are you serious? I'm clearing my schedule. This is a major breakthrough. I know. It was so much more relaxing and enjoyable. It was about me dying repeatedly. Go on. I was in this dark place surrounded by this big flock of crows. God, this is so generically morbid. I'm sorry in advance for exposing you to my unconscious mind's cliches. It's okay. They wouldn't be cliches if they didn't comprise the unanimously understood bedrock of phallic symbolism, with no other viable interpretation. Well, obviously, I knew the birds were just black screaming sky dongs, just hear me out. I kept dying. There kept being these traps, like I would go on one way and get my head chopped off, or go another way and get stabbed or whatever, and every time I died, the dream reset itself and I was standing there alive and ready to try to escape again. But each time I would be watching myself from the vantage point of a different crow, like I was the crow, all squawking around in circles like a macabre, flapping douche. And I would always watch myself try to do something different to dodge the trap, but I always ended up dead. Everybody in chat just saying different. Well, if I've learned anything over my extensive skimming over the Wikipedia articles on dream analysis, it's that this dream is very unlikely to have any literal significance whatsoever. It's probably not about dying at all. You mean maybe it's about anxiety over maintaining my blogs, or that my beats might not be ill enough? Yes. In fact, if you were on my couch, that would have been my next question as a licensed professional. Mr. Strider, have you considered that what you actually dread is to have your urban rhythms exposed for what they truly are, which is, clinically speaking, just shy of da bomb? And then we crack up laughing because we both know they're fresher than your mom's change of drawers and tighter than when she's wearing them. Whoa! Wow! One second, chat. Sorry. I had to go send the fucking shoe bill gif in my Discord server. Oh, we have an ad anyway, so. That's his mom, by the way. Wait, what? Sorta? Yo, Saffron, thank you for the prime. Ectobiologically, yes. But also, they don't know that at this point, so. This is like a episode 4 type scenario where where Leia kisses Luke. And then later you're like, uh-oh. That's 5? Oh, is it 5? Okay. All right, the ad is over. Let us continue. Listening to you conjure imagery of my mother in her underpants is definitely keeping us buoyed high above this swirling Freudian hellhole. Well done. Please, it's not like she's my mom. I can visualize... It's not like she's my mom. I can visualize her choice ass all I want without it getting much more moderately uncomfortable for everyone involved. What if you're wrong? About what? Her not being your mother. Don't worry, you're probably safe. Luckily, I can think of no literary or historical precedent for that sort of folly whatsoever. This isn't the first time you've insinuated we're related. What's up with that? Isn't it? No. I mean, I'm not sure. I feel like you've brought it up before, which is kind of weird, but now I don't know. I think I'm getting this weird deja vu thing where I was sure we talked about this. Forget it. Why don't you tell me more about your dream? Okay, so I kept dying and kept being crows and stuff, and then I started to notice something coming from the sky. It was this faint, eerie singing, and I look up, and there's nothing there, just darkness. That's interesting. I've read about this. What did you read? Certain texts say singing from the unknowable void carries a message, that its recipient has been selected for a mission of supreme cosmic importance that will result in your death and that of billions more. But one that is essential to the perpetuation of existence itself. What the fuck sort of crackpot psychology text would say something like that? It's not from a psychology text.
Farts in your ear, farts in your ear, farts in
Huh?
your ear, farts in your ear, farts in your ear.
Huh? What? Thanks for the 32 months? You paid money for that. Anyway. Where was I? Yeah, hold on, guys, listen. They paid money for that. And then she clicked post. Why would Kara make them do that? Why did Kara make Vriska make them do that? Some people would, oh my god, okay. Okay, moving on. Certain texts say, okay, wait. It's not from a psychology text. So you're consulting astrology books now? Not astrology, more like zoology. Oh my fucking god, will you put that away? Yo, put that away, bro. You've gotta. Okay, keep describing the dream, though. If the rest of it is incompatible with the prognosis of the zoologically dubious, I will withdraw my insinuation. There's not even much more to it. I looked up into the sky. I didn't see anyone singing. But even though the sky was black... Yo, sire! Thank you for the Prime Gaming. Appreciate it. Even though the sky was black, I could see the sun. It was bright as hell, even through my shades. So I flapped my wings and flew up away to it like a fucking piece of garbage. And that's it. This doesn't strike you as an impulse of self-destruction? No. Not in the sense that it was a dark, sacrificial zoology mission. It was more like somewhere to go, besides watching myself die a lot from the vantage of a feathery murder of dumb, shitty birds. So, if hypothetically you were to accept such a mission, or even insist upon one, it wouldn't be in the spirit of genuine sacrifice, but of escape? What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, something's wrong. This whole conversation is falling apart. This isn't how it originally went at all. Oh, we were making good progress, too. Why did you have to go and remember? This happened months ago. Does this mean I'm dead? Ah! Surprise! Not at all. Not surprising at all. You knew this was coming. What do you think? Stop it. This is so sick. You using the dream bubble bullshit to pick apart my psyche. Am I dead or asleep? If you're starting to remember, you should be able to tell me. God damn it. Maybe I'm just as confused as you about it? Yeah, right. Am I dead or asleep, Dave? I don't know. Try to remember. All right, next up we've got Jade. Dave? Hey. I lived, bitch. I am missing a wing, though. It kind of sucks. Don't forget about the arrow keys. Yeah. All right, and the final one, we've got John. Oh, wait, hold on a second. There's one up here. I didn't even notice this one. All right, what's going on here? We've got Jaspers talking to Nepeta. Jaspers, I guess I should say farewell to you now. Why, Nepeta? Because this is the end of your timeline, and I don't know what that cat puns to you after that. After this. What happens to you after this? That one was kind of obtuse, sorry. What's a timeline? That's a hard question. Okay, imagine being a long, tempting strand of yarn. Oh, yes, this is so great. Now, imagine instead of being made of wiggly, enticing stuff, it's made of what lets you exist. And you are right at the twitching tip of it, don't you see? Look up at the sky. Meow, yes, I see the sky and can tell that indeed something is going on. But aside from that, I don't really understand what you said being a cat and all. That's fine. You don't have to try too hard. All you have to know is that it's the scratch, and I'm not 100% sure what happens next for you. Oh my goodness, look at the sky. Purr, purr. I still think it's nice how you slip cat things in the things you say. You're so clever and wonderful, Nepeta. What's the scratch? Well, you know Rose's friend, John? Yes, of course. Imagine that he is using this great big circle like a really fun scratching post, and it makes all this light come out that changes everything. Just after he starts doing that, the sky goes funny everywhere, and then I can't see you anymore. Yes. That's what it is. I think I understand that completely. I'm a bit nervous for you, especially since you remind me so much of someone I already lost. But maybe you'll be okay, I don't know. I'm not worried, Nepeta. So you shouldn't either. It's not as if I've never died before. You're a brave kitty, just like Pounce was. Pounce was a cat like me? Yes, she was amazing. I bet you and she would have gotten along famously. Oh, I bet you're right. Was she nice to sniff? Yes, she smelled really good, and also she was super beautiful. Wow. Did you ever have someone nice back on Earth who you loved? Rose! I loved Rose. Of course you did. I mean a nice cat who was your mate sprit. There was a time I remember where I was thinking about cat girls, or girl cats a lot for some reason. I would saunter around the house making all these big meows and looking at the windows with my nose touching the glass. But then Rose's mom took me to this place where I was scared to be for a while, and then I was at home again. I didn't do the meows anymore. I guess I just didn't think about the girl cats after that, which is just as well because none ever came to the windows. Not really even when I did my biggest meows. Oh. Bro got neutered. Bro's got no balls. 0 ball. Oh, where was I? That's too bad. But I bet lots of girl cats would have loved to be with you if only there had been some around to hear your lovely meows. You're really nice to say so. Nepeta, what are you? You're really nice to say. So, Nepeta, what about you, though? Me? Yes. Well, I've never told anyone this, not even my Moirail. Actually, he's the last guy I might tell, so he wouldn't approve. But yes, I have liked somebody for quite some time, but alas, he doesn't know it. What don't you tell him? Maybe you can win his affection by rubbing your cheek against him. That's what I would do. Oh, no. I'm too shy even for all that. And he is so adorably grumpy all the time, it probably wouldn't go over well. It's hard to explain, maybe cats think differently, but trolls tend to be pretty cautious about expressing their feelings when it comes to the flushed quadrant. What's a quadrant? It is, okay, it has romantic applications, but it is also something more general than that. A quadrant is, how do I say this? A quadrant is in a group of things that consists of 4 similar things. Like paws? Exactly like paws. I see, that's really easy to get. I think you should tell him that you like him. You might not get the chance if you don't. For instance, I think instead of meowing at windows, I should have just scurried out a door before it would close. Then I might have found a girl cat to sniff. Oh well. I know, it's just not that simple. I could make someone else jealous, I think. And what if he doesn't feel the same way? And it's so complicated. Maybe I just need to let go of the silly infatuation. I think it's never going to happen, honestly. You shouldn't lose hope. I have another story that might give you hope, even though it should be noted again that I'm only a cat. Oh? Yes, one time I was with Rose, and I was sitting there dressed up in my suit with her as happy as can be. But then she disappeared. The whole place disappeared, and I was in another place. There was no Rose. There was someone else. I guess I loved her too in time, but never as much as Rose. It just wasn't the same. I kept waiting to see Rose again, but never did, and I finally lost hope that I would, and then I died. But then I became alive again, and I got to see her, and I was so happy. That's my story, and that's why I think there's always hope, even if you die. So you're saying that maybe I'll have to die to get to be with him? Yes, maybe. I hope that's not the case. But I guess you just have a different way of looking at things. Thanks for the advice, Jaspers. Come on, Nepeta. Just ask Harkat out. You know what you want. Anyway, subtle foreshadowing. I have no idea when this conversation takes place. Well, I guess it's right before the scratch, but isn't Nepeta, like, dead right now? Interesting. Oh, yeah, right, wait. It's Trollian timeline, so this could be, like, earlier Nepeta talking to really late Jaspers. Yeah, right. Okay. I forgot. Feel free to examine the clippings while I... Okay, we got the final one here. We got John. Hi, John Human. Ah! Excuse me, alien time troll, but I'm trying to wrap a present. Really, you all have the worst timing. Yes, I can see that. 2 ugly garments and seeds for some sort of strange earth vegetable. Pretty lame present, John. Nope, not going to ask how you know my name or what I'm sending. Don't care. And one of these ugly garments is for me. Also, it's not ugly. It's awesome. Not as awesome as something you'll be wearing later, thanks to me. Uh-oh, my mouse is hovering dangerously close to the block button. It always does that when I talk to trolls. It's the dangest thing. Calm down. I just thought I would foreshadow my existence to you at this quaint moment of your timeline. It's way too tempting to not let you know I have taken great care to become a very important feature of your life. Or, for that matter, to let you know that I will be giving you a present so much better than the useless crap you're shoving in that box. I'll be giving you the gift of immortality. Oh, sweet. That's been on my wish list, ranking just below a mint-condition Little fucking Monsters poster, starring Hollywood superstar Howie Mandel. Little fucking monsters. Can I expect it to arrive on my next birthday? Yes, as a matter of fact. Nice guess. It will come at a cost, though. The Mandel poster or immortality? The latter, jackass. In order for you to claim it, you'll have to be quite gullible and allow me to arrange your murder. I see. Here's where all the sick trolling begins. You can keep your present. I'm not interested. Oh, but you will be. You will happily go along with everything I tell you to do. And then, once I have completely earned your trust, I will kill you, John. The other troll I just talked to was way better, if a tad grumpy. At least she was down with talking about cool movies, sort of. But this is all true. I've seen it already. You have no idea how delicious the dramatic irony is right now. You will die, I will lead you into a trap, and watch you bleed to death on a big stone slab with a sword stuck in your chest. There's nothing you can do about it. In fact, it has already happened. That's nice. Now scram, troll. I'll leave you alone soon enough. I was just feeling pretty pleased with myself about all the brilliant plans I made for you and your friends. Stopping by in your past just to mess with your head is really just a courtesy, because I like to think we're pretty good friends by the time I get around to killing you. Okay, you got me. My feathers are all ruffled, and I can no longer tell my ass apart from a big orange earth vegetable. Now, can you leave me alone? I guess so, but my inevitable grisly murder of you notwithstanding. You're a pretty fun guy to hassle. It'll be difficult sparing you from the privilege of my company until your game begins. That is basically the worst pickup line I have ever heard. Please, John, if there's any more conceivable sequence of events which could lead me to consider you as a viable romantic partner in any quadrant, even the pale ones. She doesn't know? I will exist for 3 seconds. Based. Blur, blur, blur. More plausible alien-sounding things. Weren't you leaving? Yes. Okay, then. I mean, I was going to, but now I guess I'm not. Oh, why? Because this isn't really happening. It isn't? It did, once, but now it's just a memory. I guess I must be dead. Oh! Hate when that happens. Okay, is this conversation over now? Can I keep packing my present? The conversation as it went before is already over. I said goodbye and you blocked me, don't you remember? Well, I was going to block you, but then I didn't for some reason. Exactly, because we've already been through this. You're either asleep or dead like me. Ah, man, I can't believe I let her trick me like that. Such an amateur mistake. I guess I'm feeling something like deja vu, maybe. I still don't think I believe you, though. Hey, do you have any recollection at all of the last message I sent you before I died? I don't even know who you are. Yeah, I figured just as well. I made some pretty embarrassing confessions to you. I guess I'm getting what I asked for in a way, even though it's not what I pictured. What did you ask for? I asked you if you wanted to, you know, hang out. Was this after you killed me and gave me immortality? Yes. So what do you say? Or, what do you think you might have said? About what? You mean hanging out? Yeah. Oh god, this is so ridiculous. You're just a crazy troll on the internet, and I need to get back to packing up this present for my friend. We're not gonna hang out. I'm sorry. John, there is no present. You're not in your hive. You don't have anything to send. She received it a long time ago. None of this matters anymore. If you don't believe me, you're free to look out your window. What will that accomplish? It might help you remember, and you'll be able to see me, if you want. Whoa. Oh. Hi, Vriska. All right, that's all of them. Try to make a sense of this mess yourself. Oh my god, there's more. All right, well, we'll do it in reverse order. Huh. So, it seems you are in fact an alien, with horns and everything. Huh. Yes, John, horns and all. That totally proves I'm an alien beyond a shadow of a doubt. Now, what do you make of these blank white eyes of mine? What do you think that could mean, I don't know, aliens usually have big spooky eyes, don't they? Humans have literally the dumbest extraterrestrial lore. Weren't those supposed to be aliens on one of your posters? Haha, you mean Mac and me? Yeah, even I can admit that movie was indefensible. Well, if you want to know, normally we have bright orange eyes with gray irises. They fill in with our blood pigment as we get older. Also, normally I have this one goofy eye with 7 pupils because I'm kind of a weirdo. But I guess that's gone now that I'm dead. And not that you believe me because you refuse to remember anything. I can accept that you're an alien, but come on, meeting an alien who is also a ghost in my front yard is a bit much to believe. It's almost too awesome. So you don't remember anything about the game at all, then? The destruction of your planet, bringing your ancestor back to life as a clown woman, putting a huge flaming ocean out with your magical wind, Jack Noir, dying, resurrecting, and possibly dying again. Is any of this tickling your sponge? Nope. Sounds cool, though. Fuck, I cannot believe how cold it is on this planet. How can any species possibly be able to survive somewhere like this? Yeah, I thought you looked pretty cold out here, so I brought you this jacket. Oh. Okay. Yeah, John's got the sans fit. Hey, your clothes switched suddenly. Was that some sort of alien wardrobe warpifying technology? Such as a warp-drobe, if you will. Sure, John, let's just say that's what it was. You look pretty cool in more normal clothes. Not that your space boots and pixie outfit weren't neat. Thanks. So is this how humans begin an Earth date, with simple acts of flattery and kindness? I don't really know about that, really. It just seemed like the nice thing to do. Is this a date? No, I've decided that this definitely will not be a date. Not until you remember something, at least. Okay, that's probably for the best. I would probably be pretty nervous to go on a date with a normal girl, let alone on a date with an alien space ghost. Now that you mention it, me too, probably. Your goofy awkwardness is a bit contagious, frankly. So now what do we do? Well, since I'm presuming you're new to the planet, I could show you around the place. This is my green slime ghost pogo ride in all its glory. In my childhood, it was hours of fun and hundreds of painful injuries. Hey, this thing isn't slimy at all. What the hell? Nope. I've noticed humans don't seem to keep any slime around the hive. And yet, you're strangely cavalier about your open display of certain receptacles. What's the deal with that? Is it just that you're ashamed of your secretions as a species? Not really. Humans just don't have much of a use for slime, I guess. Honestly, I can't think of a single practical use for slime other than to be gross. So bizarre. Anyway, this thing is kind of a death trap, and I haven't written it for years. I think my dad had it installed as one of his ridiculous ways of making a man out of me. Sure. My custodian had her ways of making me tougher, too. Yeah, parents, right? Anyway, that's my backyard. It's pretty damn boring. Sorry. I would show you inside, but I don't think my dad would take too kindly to bringing an alien inside. Or just yet. I would need to brace him for it. That's fine. What else can you show me? I could show you around my neighborhood if you want. Sounds great. These are my neighbors who live in a lot of the same looking houses as mine. I never see them. I think they're all really busy people with a lot of serious business to attend to. Hey look, the snow's melted over here. It's really warm suddenly. Weird. Does your planet usually have these kind of temperature swings? No, this is pretty unusual December weather. I guess I'll take my coat off. I can take yours back if you want. No thanks. I think I'll keep it on. Oh my goodness. There is not much to see in this town, but these are the lakes. The lake here did not used to be a lake. A long time ago, before I was born, there was a factory here. My dad says there was a huge explosion. He was walking by with my Nana when he saw it. And then a little later, my Nana died. My dad never told me how, except that it involved a big joke book. I never knew her, which is too bad. She sounded nice. I know what happened. I saw it. You did? Yes. Do you want to know? It might jostle your memory. Okay. I believe this lake is where Jade landed. You landed a little ways over there, about where your hive is now. You clobbered your Nana to death with the aforementioned joke book. But it wasn't your fault. You were both just little wigglers riding meteors from the future. You created yourself, your Nana, Jade, her grandpa, not to mention Dave and Rose and their guardians, all in a lab using paradox slime, and sent them back in time as the silly grubs with arms and legs you call babies. And here you were doubting the usefulness of slime. Wow, really? Absolutely. I paid close attention to all this because I thought it might give me some clues about us and our ancestors who were made the same way. Any of this familiar? That all sounds incredible if true, but I don't even have the foggiest memory of that happening. Yeah, I figured as much. Since you don't seem bent on staying in your dream bubble coma, why don't I continue the tour? The tour of the Earth? Sort of. What's happening? We're going on an adventure. Where? Through your memories. Through mine, too. This would be a really fun thing to do on a date, I think. If we actually were on a date, which we are not. How is this happening? Is this through, like, an advanced alien technologies? Like holograms or teleportations? If that's what you want to think, to keep you comfy in your stupor, sure. Where are we? This is my home planet before it was destroyed. It's called Alternia. Oh, cool. And what's that over there? That is my hive, which is a thing you refer to as a house. It's where I grew up. It's a castle. No shit. It is big and foreboding and ostentatious. Just the way I wanted it. As a blue blood, I was entitled to build such a home. Something to set me far apart from the commoners. You built it? Of course not. Robots built it for me when I was very young. But I was allowed to dictate instructions. Expected to, in fact. Oh gosh, so rad. Really? I still find it interesting what sort of mundane facts humans tend to be impressed by. Anyway, my design kind of got boring as I got older.
A huge castle hive sounds pretty great, but it starts feeling pretty cavernous and lonely after a while. There were so many blocks I never even used. Your tastes change, but you get stuck with growing up in a place suited to your earliest, most juvenile inclinations. Nobody tells you that when you're a kid, though.
I think I know what you mean. I feel like a long time ago I might have given my dad the impression I really liked clowns, and now there are clowns everywhere. His stupid collection just keeps growing and growing, and it drives me crazy.
John, that barely comparable example is so cute. I don't even know what to say. This was my custodian.
80. Oh, it's like a face. Okay. It's like a...
She was hurt in an accident. I killed her myself and put her out of her misery.
Holy shit, look at these glittering space riches.
Yeah. I was really into treasure hunting for a while.
What's with the broken 8 balls?
Never mind those. This was my respite block. From kind of an embarrassing memory, actually.
Haha, more 8 balls. You sure do like to smash them.
John, addiction is a powerful thing. You probably wouldn't understand.
What are you wearing?
Just a fairy dress. I wore it for this stupid thing I did once.
Oh, we have an ad. All right. John, I'm gonna need you to lock the fuck in. I need bro to lock in. Can you tell that story about you at TSA? TSA? You mean when they stopped me for my possession of meme the game? You talking about that story? About you packing? Huh? What? Huh? Okay, anyway. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Anyway. I haven't heard the meme the game story either. I got stopped at a metal detector in TSA one time. Which was weird because I almost never usually get stopped. And they pull me over to the side and I'm like, what was in my backpack that made you guys warrant a stop and search? And they pull out the fucking... He pulls out the meme the game with the Sans picture on it and everything and says, "Sir, do you normally travel with this?" Meme the game is metallic? I think it has metal parts inside, yes. Did they say sir? Yes. I also wasn't non-binary at the time. This was in 2019, I think. Yeah, it was the event that me and Cookie ran Deltarune at. I think that was SGDQ 2019, I want to say. I don't know how long the meme the game brick has been around. I made this on Deltarune Chapter 1's release day. So this thing's ancient history. Anyway, moving on.
Let's see. Is that a rocket car stuck in the web over there? What's that about? Don't worry about it. Man, this would be such an awkward moment on a date. Again, if it was one. There's something really familiar about that rocket. Let's keep going. Nicolas Cage. What's happening? Are we back on Earth? You tell me. It's my house again. Why are we here? I was having fun seeing your planet. I don't know, John. They're your memories. But this is my dad's room, but I've never been inside of it. So why do I recognize it? Shrug. I think there were some birthday presents for me in here, but I can't recall which birthday that was. It was your 13th. But I'm 12.
Oh, he's starting to put it together.
Oh yeah, I remember this. There were these imps all over my house, acting all rambunctious. But why? It's all so hazy. Where's my dad? Sounds like some things are coming back to you. Any chance you remember me yet? No, sorry.
Are we gonna go down to... Oh. Ooh.
Hey look, that's my dad. What's he doing here? I've missed the heck out of him. Though I'm not sure why. He should be safe at home right now. I guess I must have lost track of him. But I don't remember how. All I know is I have this feeling like I should run over and give him a hug. Well, just so you know, he probably is not actually there. Kind of like how my Lucis was just a memory.
Are you a psychic alien? Like the one who Jodie Foster met in Contact and assumed the form of her dead father to talk to her?
As a matter of fact, yes, I am a psychic alien. But that has nothing to do with this. These are our memories and we're in the afterlife. I keep trying to tell you and it's starting to get frustrating.
I see. So it is not me who is Jodie Foster. It's more like you are Jodie, because nobody believed her, except when she came home and had amazing tales to tell. Except Matthew Ah! But it's okay. I will be your Matt McConaughey.
Does that mean you'll believe me now?
I guess I always did, sort of. I think I've been in denial about what's happening here.
It's nice that you believe me, but that doesn't mean you remember yet.
So if this isn't my dad, then where is he?
He died too. You saw his body.
Don't you at least remember that?
No, not at all. I'm remembering a bunch of things, but not that.
Then what? Do you remember me yet?
No, I only remember you when you contacted me and said you'd kill me a little earlier, but that was months ago. I do remember talking to some other trolls like you and playing this game. It was on my 13th birthday. I was really looking forward to playing it, but it was late in the mail. I got some presents for my dad, like this big weird clown doll that I didn't like much, and some fruit gushers. Oh yeah, I also realized gushers were made by Betty Crocker. That freaked me the fuck out. Did you realize Betty Crocker makes gushers? This comes as news to me.
Well, she does. Her villainy knows no bounds. Oh.
He also gave me this suit, which I remember wearing for a while, but it didn't look quite like this. It had a black tie and no ghost, so I improved it. Actually, I remember dying in a suit.
You do?
But this wasn't the suit I was wearing when I died. This was.
I think he locked in. Also, his eyes going away. Holy fuck. It's Doomed John. It's the John that this was the So this is the John that this was the one that Terezi died from, right? Yeah. Or that Terezi killed, yeah. So this is the Dave Sprite timeline, John. That's why he doesn't remember Vriska, because all of their, like, interactions happened after that point. This isn't even the John that got killed to become God John. This is the other one. Yo, Lady Pedantic, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate you. The one that got smoked by the denizen. All right, next up. I said I'd do them in reverse order. So, which one of these? Hat. Aww.
Are you okay?
Been better.
What happened to you?
What happened to you?
I died in my dream and came back as a dog.
Oh, I turned into a bird and got in a fight.
What is that?
What is that? What, this thing?
Yes.
Legendary sword.
How did you get it?
Long story. Shenanigans, mostly.
Yes, I figured shenanigans were probably involved. Can you be more specific?
Well, basically I'm from another timeline. We couldn't win the game there, so I came back to help Dave.
Dave?
Dave from this timeline. As a sprite, I'm supposed to help him with his quest.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to help. I'm supposed to help Jade too, but
She's doing all right. Don't worry about it.
okay, I'll try. You were saying?
So things kind of became even more crazy in this timeline than the one I was from. And it was clear Dave was never going to do the quest I didn't get the chance to finish. Not even after you brought the forge.
The forge?
Your volcano.
Oh.
So after laying low for a while, I just went and did whatever I could myself. Got killed. How the fuck do you say this again? Somebody told me how to, but then I forgot. It's like... It's Welsh, I know that. Caladvolk. Got Caladvolk, the fucking Welsh sword that Dave broke. I went to look for Hephaestus again, figuring there wasn't much hope in beating him this time, especially being injured and all, but what the hell, right? But then, that's when you lit the forge somehow.
I did?
Well, no, not you, other Jade.
Yeah, she's a lot more brave than me, I think. She brought me back thinking I could help her, and all I did was disappoint her and everyone else. You came back as a sprite, and you're managing to do important things, but I feel so scared and helpless.
Sounds like you came back because Jade made the decision for you. I made the decision to come back myself. Maybe it'd be different if you had had the same chance.
I don't know if I would have... I don't know if I would have if I had the chance. But I would like to not feel so useless to everybody.
I think everyone's on top of this. There's not much for us to do anymore.
What about your sword? Isn't it important?
I guess so. But not really for me, since I'm not the real Dave anymore.
I'm still not sure how you got it. What does it have to do with my volcano?
That's a bit complicated. See, it turns out I had no idea how the denizens worked at all. This would be really cool if in the animated adaptation they did this like an anthology episode where they kept bouncing between like a bunch of different storylines. Oh. Yoink. Pickpocket 100. Escape, total success. Try to make sense of... All right, next. I remember waking up here after getting shot.
Yes, what else?
Then the cage bunny came. He gave us the bomb. Where'd he go anyway?
She's around.
The bunny's a she?
Her name is Liv Tyler.
Dumb.
Take it up with John. What else?
We were talking about who should go.
Do you remember what we decided?
No. Wait, wasn't I going to go? Is this what happened? Did I go and now I'm dead?
Not quite.
What's not quite? That I didn't go or that I'm not dead?
Do you remember anything else?
No.
What about when you went to fight Jack?
Sure, I did that because I wanted to, and because I was supposed to.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I saw my future self fighting him, so obviously that had to happen or else I'd be dead anyway, without even getting the satisfaction of standing up to him.
So, was your decision a result of desire or obligation?
Hard to explain with all the time shit going on. I don't try to understand your light shit, do I?
I don't know much about the light shit, to be honest. I may have missed my chance to figure it out.
Haven't we had this conversation already?
Mostly, I'm doing what I can to jog your memory.
It's jogging, I guess. Its man boobs are jiggling a little.
Nice. So what about Jade?
What?
You didn't tell her your expedition with her would result in your death, let alone one she'd inadvertently cause. Or that she'd be stuck with the job of resuscitating... fuck. You. Did you?
What am I really supposed to say? Hey, we're gonna hunt frogs till you shoot me through the jack. Then I die and you've got to make out with me. That kind of changes how the whole thing goes, doesn't it?
Not if you're...
Resuscitate? Okay, thank you, chat.
Not if you're supposed to, right?
What does that even mean?
I guess you're right. No reason to make an effort to empathize if doing so comes at the price of oblivion.
What the fuck?
It must be comforting to have your ASPD tacitly supported by predestination.
ASPD?
Antisocial personality disorder.
Oh no. This conversation just got bum rushed by a mudslide of fucking awful.
It wasn't already awful believing you might be dead.
You don't know anything about what I was feeling or what happened on Lofaf. You were all pavement-faced and babbling your throwfester speak and flipping off with the shit with your own crazy death wish thing. Why do you think you know what was going through my head? You're just assuming and throwing around psyche buzzwords like an ASPD complex disorder.
So, it's a disorder, a complex, and then a disorder again for good measure.
In your case, probably.
Sounds like a positively delirious state of existence.
It's some delirious biz nasty, alright.
Oh. Snap.
Yes, I'ma authorize a goddamn you may swipe it at the door to check yourself into the burn ward.
Might you loosen the purse strings or an, oh no he didn't?
Nah, those are kept in emergency reserve for yo mama jokes from the 90s. Anyway, I'm telling you, if I said anything at all about it, she probably doesn't even fire her gun once. And all I'm doing is dragging her into a doomed timeline with me.
I guess I'm learning to be impressed by your sense of obligation to inevitable misfortune. It's a strange case of inspiration through futility.
None of this is that big of a deal. I just mentioned the basics to her. That I'd stop time traveling soon, break out of the loops, not have to wonder all the time if I was taking a wrong turn and dooming everybody. I was never that cool with this.
With what exactly?
You know how you turned out to be this incredibly shitty seer of light and basically failed at that in every way imaginable?
Hey!
Well, maybe I never wanted to be a knight of time. Maybe I'd just rather be like the Dave of Guy. You know, just some dude.
These really do not sound like the words of someone ready to face his own death. The kind you don't wake up from, I mean.
I guess not. Guess I failed my quest then. So I'm like, what now, bitches? To nobody in particular, I guess.
The unseen bitches callously conspiring to expect greatness from you?
Yes, those exact bitches.
If that's how you feel, then why did you insist on going on the mission to deliver the tumor, black and whitened for the giant yin-yang bomb?
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Then I guess that's what happened. I delivered the bomb and now I must be dead.
Are you sure?
Is that wrong?
Maybe you should try to answer the question. Why did you want to go?
Because I made the map, so I know how to get there better.
But it seems simple enough. A set of bearings to follow. See, the application pilots the moon. Change course when necessary. Anyone can do it, really. We talked about this. Debated, if you recall.
Okay, if you remember it all so clearly, why are you grilling me on this shit? Will you just tell me what's going on?
I'm just seeing if you can remember. And if you're sticking to your story about why you should be the one to go.
Well, I am, because I should. Or should have. Man, what the fuck is going on? Am I dead or are you dead or what?
You're almost there, really. Just try to remember a little more. What happened after we decided you'd go?
Oh yeah. We were trying to figure out a way to detach the moon so I could pilot it out there, fly it into the sun. But the chain was huge. Couldn't think of how to break it. Then out of nowhere, the sword appears in the thing, so I'm thinking obviously I have to break the sword somehow, because all I fucking do is break swords. But as I'm thinking of how to do it, I put my hand on it, and it just snaps off with this comical shattering noise, like I just fucked up some priceless shit in the Louvre. See, like that. Like I did again just there with my hand. Because of dream bubbles. Remember when that happened?
Mm-hmm.
Topical. Yeah. It was Dave. Dave did it. Have they figured it out who was the Louvre criminal yet? Did the guy just get away with it? That's kind of crazy. It was Dave, obviously. It was Luigi. Yeah. Then I took it and sliced the chain like this. Damn, it still cuts like it's plowing through a shaft of boneless zombie meat.
Careful, I just managed to quell my appetite after all that burger talk.
Whoops. Yeah. So then the moon started drifting away, and I was going to fly up and take it to the sun, and I said something to you. Or I was going to, like, say bye or something. But you were just standing there not saying anything, holding that ball of yarn. And then... Oh. God, that's right. Come on, knocking me out so you can steal the suicide mission. God damn it, that is so trite.
I'm really sorry for that. Or I really am sorry for that.
It's like, here's how bad this is. We are basically Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck from John's shitty, crappy movie, and then you made this even more Armageddon than it already was, sealing me in the airlock so I can go home to Liv Tyler and have the most terrible babies with her.
If it's any consolation, Liv Tyler came with me on the suicide mission.
The bunny or the actress?
Which would make you feel better?
You're not knocking me out with a ball of fucking yarn is fucking what?
If I could have chosen a method of sparing your life you might have found more awesome, I would. Is there an ironic way to do that?
This is probably comes close, but that doesn't make it not lame as hell. Does it?
Does it matter if I took some personal satisfaction seeing you fall unconscious at the gentle glance of a soft cotton globe?
It's cool. You're so tickled by this. I hope it brought you a lot of rad laughs on your way to go fucking explode. So that's it. I'm actually lying here on Durst, asleep. And you went out there and blew up the sun, and now you're dead, and I'm dream chilling with your smug ghost.
Yes to the first part.
So you're not dead.
Not yet.
Then you're dreaming. What, you're taking a little nap on the moon in the middle of nowhere?
Afraid not. I am wide awake.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, wonderful. Another interruption.
Oh god, we got more. Fedora freak. Eureka. Stand by for clarification, RE enthusiastic outburst. Yes, it is as I hoped for, beyond hope. Usual devices may be used to duplicate fresh, perfectly pressed garments. Inexhaustibly, as far as I know. Reconstructing complete professional ensemble now. Hold. Pleased to report restoration of dapper visage and overwhelming success. Alas, devices appear to hold no such promise for departed family members. Misplaced handheld steam press. Update on device utility. Combinative apparel synthesis presents intriguing possibilities, now combining expensive leather pipe tobacco sleeve with handsome gray fedora. To document results shortly. Resulted in hat with outlandish and frivolous appearance. Do not care for. Shall discard immediately. Combination of pant, fine cotton shirt, and even more disappointing. Yielded useless, excessively tall pant, relieving from wardrobe at once. Made unwelcome determination.
Say that again.
Production requires expensive glittering abstractions called grist. Such jewels remaining in cash, liberation, and reserve at premium. Consumed final swallow of carefully rationed urine. Soon to seek water elsewhere in exotic new surroundings. More importantly, to seek grist. Facilitating continued accessorizing. Note to self, use spoils to make more hats. Preparing for expedition to reap gems from mischievous local fauna. Crafted sturdy bludgeoning instrument out of uprooted mailbox. Tall pant, perhaps adaptable as defensive garment. Pardon while donned tall pant. Confidence in martial prowess perplexingly swells. Venturing out. Powering down gray, serviceable handheld computing device to preserve battery. Additional updates to be submitted in a frank and forthright manner for judicious appraisal within a reasonable time frame. TIA for patience. Turning on handheld device for brief report. Severe injury sustained in skirmish with undersized, sportive rascal. Tall pant, unremarkable in protective utility. Damaged, badly bloodied. No indication of laundering facilities throughout Enchanted Land whatsoever. Losing fluid rapidly. Maintaining adequate hydration levels more important than ever. Libations, unfortunately not forthcoming. Rest needed. Seeking surface suitable for assumed, reclined posture. Strength depleting. Tie loosened, removed, rolled up neatly and tucked beneath hat. Minimal stamina left for disrobing sodden tall pant, leaving on. Encountered rest surface. Horizontal stone slab exhibiting unidentified iconography. That word always gets me. A tall post at each corner, mysteriously inviting. Mounting slab, exhaustion taking hold.
Excuse me, sir.
Pipe fan 413, friend. Pipe fan 413, sound of voice nearly refreshing enough to distract from perpetual taste of warm, poorly filtered urine.
Oh my, no. I'm not actually your friend, dear. I am his mother.
Another of Pipe Fan's legendary pranks. Please clarify. If yes, prepare to regard that as hilarious.
Were that it was. I'm sorry to say there is no chicanery in play at all today. Though yes, that would be quite the doozy. I believe the late great Colonel would surely say we were cooking with petrol upon hearing such a whopper. No, I am just an old woman looking for her son.
Understood, madam.
You remind me of him so. Would you mind terribly if I talk to you for a little while? I am fearing the worst for my son, while my grandson has gone off to do great things. I've caught myself feeling a bit lonely. Ooh.
Can imagine no greater pleasure. Though, eyelids heavy, getting dark, feeling in extremities fading.
Oh, but you must be exhausted from your travels, you poor thing. Why don't you just lie there and rest? I'll tell you a story.
Kindly mother, thank you.
It is a fairy tale about a young sister and brother who were raised by a wicked witch. Betty Crocker. The witch, in truth, was a world-famous baking baroness. Her cruelty made life miserable for the two children, who did not have their father anymore to protect them. He was the greatest prankster who ever lived, and a true southern gentleman. He was killed by a comet on the day the boy was born, and the wicked baroness raised them alone, with a hand as firm as that which she ran her brutal baking empire. The children pledged to each other that one day they would run away together. They followed in the footsteps of the dear colonel in defiance of the old batter witch. They studied his every jape and practiced them in secret. But as they grew older, their interests drifted apart. The boy developed a passion for adventure, and put aside his study of practical jokes. He dreamed of wealth and fame and discovery, and swore he would wander the world. One day, he decided to run away with the loyal dog he inherited from their father. He asked the girl if she would come along, but she was too scared of the retribution that might follow. The boy scoffed at the danger and assured his sister there was nothing to worry about. But he had not seen firsthand what the Baroness was capable of. He told his sister that he believed in her, and that she could handle whatever the witch could throw at her. And with that, he was off, and she would never see him again. The Baroness would raise her very strictly, mentoring her in the art of baking. The girl took to the lessons with fierce determination. Her only act of defiance left was to one day surpass the Baroness in skill and beat her at her own game. It was all she could do, for the Baroness made sure she knew there could be no escape. The girl surely missed her brother, and soon enough he achieved fame for his exploits. She followed him in the newspapers, the tales of his remarkable discoveries, inventions, and riches, how she wished she could rejoin him and be free from toiling for the pastry hag. One day, the girl was able to gather enough bravery to mention her brother to the Baroness and her desire to see him again. With contempt, she guaranteed that this could never happen. When the girl asked why, that is when the Baroness began to reveal to her more than just her baking secrets. She mentioned that, like in many fairy tales, there was more to the children's past than they knew. The Colonel was not their father, nor was the Baroness their mother. They, in fact, had no father or mother at all, nor were they actually ever born. They had both fallen from the sky. They were not actually brother and sister like they had been told either. Again, like in so many fairy tales, the truth was that they were always destined to become married one day. They were to have 2 children, an ad break and an ad break. Taco Bell, sponsor of this stream, apparently. Shay, I hope you have another can of Mountain Dew for your throat, or just water. Do you get the ads too? No, but I have the little ad manager on the screen to tell me when the ads run. I got Starbucks? Damn. I hope your $12 latte is delicious. I wish you could skip ads on Twitch. Me too. I wish they weren't here at all. I would pay money for them not to be here. All right, the ads are over. Where was I? They were not actually brother and sister they had been told either. Like in many fairy tales, the truth was that they were always destined to become married one day. They were to have 2 children, a son and a daughter, and these children were meant to save the world. But the Batter Witch was determined to make sure this destiny would never be realized. In her limitless cruelty, she would do all in her power to keep them apart for the rest of their lives. The girl that day swore she would bring down the Baroness and her evil empire. She would use the many secrets she learned over the years against her, and began carefully plotting her downfall. Years went by, the girl was nearly ready to put her plan into action, but then, just like that, the Baroness disappeared. She was never seen or heard from again. The girl was finally free by a strange turn of events, but not without a final jab from the witch. It turned out that in her will, she had left the entire company to the boy. The boy, now a grown man, was already very wealthy in his own right. He had no particular need for the baking empire, but assumed control nonetheless, and integrated the company into his extensive collection of enterprises. The girl, instead of seeing this as more misfortune, took the news as relief. She'd just as soon have nothing to do with the witch's empire, and far preferred to pursue her own original passion for practical japery. Ho ho ho! She considered a reunion with her estranged brother, and once destined husband-to-be. But the days of longing for a future with him seemed to be gone from another lifetime. The chance had come and gone. She was content to let him live through his increasingly elaborate life, while she sought a simpler one.
Besides, now was not the time to revisit a destiny with an old star-crossed lover. She had recently become betrothed to a fine, upstanding gentleman. Soon, she would start a family. No, not one meant for heroism as foretold, but one that would make her happy nonetheless. In the following years, she was left to ponder all that might have been. What might have been if there was no Baroness to keep the girl and the boy apart? What might have been if the Baroness had not disappeared, and she had the opportunity to use her secrets against her? For you see, the girl had uncovered so many dirty secrets about the terrible Batter Witch, including the most troubling one of all. Of course, no one would have believed her, but she knew. She knew the Baroness was not human. Fedora Freak's gray, serviceable handheld computing device's battery has died. Uh-oh. All right, next we got Battleship.
I am piloting the moon through the furthest ring right now. At the moment, it's passing through a dream bubble. I'm visiting your dream in person. Or you are the one visiting me as I travel in your sleep. If you'd rather look at it that way.
Okay, so all those questions you asked me, getting to me to remember, you were just stalling me, weren't you? So I wouldn't wake up and try to stop you?
Not entirely.
This sucks. Could you just please turn the thing around and come back?
Why? I'm already out here. Might as well go through with it.
We agreed I'd do it, though. Or at least you pretended to agree. Just before going into a major league wind-up with your nap yarn.
A major league wind-up?
Sports.
It's always been pretty sad that I seem to know more about sports than you, which is really saying something.
All I'm saying is, no one likes a basketball hog.
It's probably just ball hog.
Yo, Boom! Thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate you. I just think you should know that in the athletic arena of competitive achievement, it is a widely known fact that cherry-picking posers get showered in nothing but booze. And you don't gank the Rock and steal the big man's thunder on his raucous drive to the hole.
Oh, Lord.
Is that the sort of ignominy? What? I've never seen this word before. This is new to me.
Ignominy.
Ignominy. Public shame or disgrace. Okay. See, you didn't consider sports. You never consider the sports.
The last thing I want to do is come between a big man's thunder and any particular hole he might prize.
And yet, such has been what's happened. It's like the tight end was going long down the yard in sudden death. If it's me, I'm the tight end, and the quarterback sniped the field goal just before the NFL buzzer went off. The greedy quarterback is you.
That's not even close to being a thing in football. I was about to say, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, what?
But instead of winning the gold sports prize, you just fucking die and nobody cares. It didn't mean anything.
That's not even close to being a thing in football.
Which prize
is that?
The football prize.
You mean the most vaunted accolade associated with the gridiron, known as the Stanley Cup?
No, come on. It's called the Bruce Bombardi Trophy or something. It's for best pile squad.
I'll take your word for it.
And even though you're dead, all these fat millionaires in helmets just leap on your corpse anyway and pile up, and I mean way up.
How high do they even have to be?
The sport pile doesn't stop from getting taller.
Does the officiator have a means of measurement on hand? I wouldn't want to be crushed by a non-regulation sport pile.
What do you care? You'll be dead like the mission-thieving poser you are.
Poser? So not cool.
Yes, poser. It should be my torso getting pulverized by that avalanche of overpaid beefcakes, and you know it.
I forgot what we were doing exactly. Were we pursuing the hackneyed debate over who has the best claim to self-sacrifice? Or seeking who can out-dumbass each other with obtuse sports lingo?
There's obviously stopped being a difference between those things. The question is offensive. Almost as offensive as you stalling me while you peel out of here in your dumb moon.
I'm the one stalling?
The moon is probably just a speck in the sky now due to your strange beefcake harangue. Yeah, but I don't know how to wake back up is the thing. How do I wake back up? I guess I could wake you back up if you really want. Okay, then. Do it. But you have to promise to stay put. Don't try to stop me. Just let it go. But this was my mission. It really makes no sense for you to go. This was never your preoccupation. They selected me a long time ago. That doesn't make sense. Why would they drag me into it just to have me make a map and then let you ditch me? They're obviously they've obviously been gunning for me too. Yes, they helped you chart a path through the ring, and they will open that path for a pilot they have marked. I believe I fit the description. I'm not sure about you. Why do you think that? I am the pilot. That's all there is to say on the matter. But I don't want you to die. Help John and Jade. This isn't right. Then I'm not going to help wake you up. I'll stall some more. So you admit you were stalling with all that bullshit? I said not entirely. What do you mean? It's going to be a long ride through all the nothingness. Maybe I just thought some company would be nice. Before it's all over. So what'll it be? What? I'll wake you, but only if you promise to rejoin the others. Could you give a message to John for me? Sure, but if I'm promising not to chase you down, then there's not really any hurry to wake up. Oh, are you sure? I was looking forward to bowling another wicked googly with a yarn. Sports ways. Nah, I'll stay asleep a while. Okay. What did you want me to tell John? What was that? What? Did you hear something? No, what? I thought I heard something outside. What the fuck is he doing here? Who's this douchebag? I mean, bag. I'm stuttering. This dude is making me nervous. You don't remember him? No. And I guess this isn't a memory. So he's actually here with us on the moon? Not just with us. Not with us, just me. You're still on Durs, remember? Oh, well, Dave's awake. Oh, he's thinking something. Oh, he's thinking. Wait, okay, he could just... He flies now. So is Dave's dream self dead now? Or I guess that... Well, he was a dream within a dream. So, oh my god. Ah! It's complicated. Do dream selves have dream selves? If you kill a dream self's dream self, can the dream self no longer use the dream self? Can you no longer dream inside of a dream if your dream selves get killed? Yeah, this is, yep, straightforward. Relax. All right, this is the one I meant to click on earlier. Mission accomplished. What the fuck? Jack's just like, huh? So dumb. He literally did not take anything he needed. He didn't get the bomb. He didn't get the ring. Actual mission is to kill Jade. Woof, 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 woof. Huh? Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot that Jack did that. Huge relief. Notice.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Ruh-roh. Damn, why do you have to do that? Oh, no, bro. I love how Jack can just be everywhere. Bro's just like, I'm over here now. Hi. Bro's crazy. All right, next up. Let's see what the sprites are up to. He's already here. I busted into his palace to finish the quest. I was expecting him to be asleep and was gotta figure out some way to wake him up. But like the last time I saw him, he was already awake to greet me.
But I thought the denizens were supposed to be asleep, at least until you do the right things in your quest.
They are, as sprites were programmed to know things like that about the game. But I guess not everything. It seems like if you try to go fight them too soon, you find them awake and they're like, what the fuck are you doing here already? Which is what happened the last time I saw him before I became a sprite. And I stupidly tried to fight him, which was a bad idea because he's hella strong. And the whole time he was raving about shit. About a stolen sword and missing forge. But I wasn't really listening. If I had, I might have understood. He wasn't actually trying to kill me, he was giving me the choice.
What choice?
Wait, I mean, the choice. I always forget I can talk underlined for important shit. You mean like...
What did you choose?
I guess I made an unwitting choice by deciding to flee. I figured he was unbeatable, so I decided to get the fuck out of there. So I snapped a quick captcha to get his huge hammer's code and then got the fuck out.
Like, what happened when you saw him this time?
Like I said, he was awake again, but this time I wasn't in any condition to fight, so I didn't. And that's what I didn't get. He's this terrible, angry, monstrous guy, but there's no need to fight him. So he looked me up and down all hard, saw the broken sword. And like before, he gave me the choice.
You mean choice.
Oops. So
So it was the same choice?
no. It was different. The skateboard. I think it must always be different, depending on the circumstances. Unreal air. I don't know what the choice is when you face him the way you're supposed to, but I'm showing up as this bleeding bird sprite holding his broken sword. So that's a pretty odd situation.
Then what did he make you decide?
He sees I got his sword and it's busted, and you can tell he's pissed. But like before, it's just restrained anger. Like he's always about to just fucking flip, but he still keeps it together. So he can tell me if he can repair it and make the D-ringer with the forge lit. He says he can repair anything, but only one thing, and I had to choose. So I said, okay, fix the sword.
As opposed to what?
Meh, doesn't matter really. I just thought making the sword felt like the right thing.
Oh.
So I gave him the sword, but it still wasn't all that simple. He needed lava from the forge to make it, which means Echidna had to be awake. Our denizens had to have some sort of truce to make it happen. See what I mean about it being complicated?
Yeah.
So Jade must have done something right to wake her up and get the forge going. Don't know what she did, though.
Probably something amazing. She is still working so hard to help everybody. I guess I used to be that way, but I've completely forgotten how.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
What's happening?
Reckoning. It's getting close to the end. More meteors are getting by the portals. The battlefield will probably be wiped out soon.
Can we do something to stop it?
Would there be a point?
I don't know. I like it here, though. I felt like I was drawn to come here when I wasn't sure where to go.
Yeah, me too.
The meteors and all the fire reminds me of when I died, and I was trying to wake John up. I was scared then, too, but I didn't let the fear stop me from trying to save him.
What would you want to do if you weren't scared?
I have no idea. I guess try to help. What is there to do?
Well, I was going to bring this sword to Dave.
Oh no, does that mean you're going to leave?
No, I was going to say I'm not in any shape for more adventuring. I figure this is probably my last stop. But maybe this is a way you can help.
You mean that I should give him the sword?
If you want.
But I don't want to leave you here either.
Maybe you don't have to actually go anywhere. You ought to have a lot of special powers, remember? Because of ascending to doghood. It's a PM.
Oh yeah.
Try doing your spacey thing. I mean, not to sound condescending or anything, but it's gotta be like borderline omnipotence pretty much. Just put your mind to it.
All right, I will try.
All right, we've done this one, this one, this one, and this one. What is going on? Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. If that's the case, I need to get a drink. I see that guy. I need a drink. All right. Bro, I saw a car cat and I was like, no. Not without a refill on my drink. What the hell are you doing now?
Password.
Seriously, why did you go back to see her? You didn't mention this last time.
Listen, fuck ass. I'm gonna need a password before we continue. Please.
Right, okay. Let's see if I can remember. It was pretty elaborate if I recall. Here goes. I'm a disgusting, worthless bilge sack on the gargantuan teat of a laboring, leprous muscle beast. My self-esteem is so small, its existence is a matter of conjecture among theoretical physicists. I smell so bad, the stench cannot be expressed with even the most eloquent, florid language. The odor my body makes has made poets cry. I have won special awards for discovering new places to touch myself erotically while farting. I unfairly pulverize the competition in asshole pageants and have received a lifetime ban from ugly contests by President Shitface himself. My blood is not fit to float through a sewer, and my sign is a pictographic symbol that loosely translates as, please hike these pants up to this guy's armpits, chain him to a flogging jut, and make a fucking example out of this sorry sack of shit. When I look in a mirror, my reflection slowly shakes his head while I wet myself in shame.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
What? That was it, wasn't it? How was that not fucking it? Did I forget an apostrophe somewhere?
We serve food here, sir. No, Carcat, that was not quite the password, but you were on the right track.
Can we just talk now?
Do you even remember the right password?
Something along the lines of gratuitous self-deprecation forced into my mouth involving reference to some sort of weird human coupling ritual.
You're being deliberately dumb.
It was, if I hate myself so much, then why don't I hate marry myself? Remember? I was just using the password system to poke a little fun at you, and you turned it into this whole overdramatic thing. Jeez. Haha! Can we get down to fucking business again? I am the legendary fart master! I wonder if we'll ever be able to start a conversation without having a ridiculous argument about the password system. If you would drop the password system and let future me talk to you, he might be able to give you an answer. Spoiler, the answer would be no, because the passwords are blah, blah, blah. Why would I want to do that? The only guy who's dumber than past Carcat is future Carcat, and vice versa. I have this on good authority from both sources. I still think your use of the terms is kind of asinine. There really is no past or future Carcat from your view. There's Carcat who knows less stuff and Carcat who knows more stuff. Why not just gather the facts from the one who's already got the lowdown already? I mean, I do it myself, but I can't stand the guy. You see, that's your problem. Okay, one of your many, many problems. You have no patience to do things the right way. You're always just looking for the shortcut. Even if doing so has brought you nothing but trouble 100 times before. It's sort of funny that the only thing standing in your way is one of your other problems, your preposterous self-loathing. So you can't even trust your future self to help you cheat. It's like you have so many problems they cancel each other out. That's not the only thing standing in my way. Your stupid passwords are also standing in my way. If not for that, I could be fast-tracking this to Solution City for us both. Exactly. Okay, whatever. Let's just get on with this linear conversation, okay? Okay. So you gave me that silly password, and we ended our conversation a few minutes ago from my end. And I scanned ahead looking for a good moment on your timeline to pick it up again. And I noticed you went back to see her again for some reason. Yes. So I'm just wondering why. What happened to the frog breeding? I thought we were on a roll with that. Yes, we still are. This little detour was related to that task. We should be nearly done. What was she saying to you? I can't understand a word of that horrifying gibberish. I can understand her just fine. I still don't really get it. Why my denizen was such a nightmare while yours apparently gives you guttural pep talks in some Byzantine monster language. How the fuck does he know what that is? What? Was there a fucking, was there a troll Byzantine era? Is there a troll Byzantine Empire? How the fuck does he know that? It means overly complicated? Yes, but the word is derived from the Byzantine Empire. Does this imply that there was a fall of troll Rome? Was there a troll Caesar? Oh, right, yeah, Terezi's coin has the troll Seeger on it. That's right, I remember that. My goodness. We already talked about this. Echidna and I have an understanding now. Oh, vague bullshit. It's the exact fucking thing I can't get enough of. Well, maybe if you weren't in such a grumpy hurry all the time, you wouldn't have killed your denizen so quickly. You might have actually learned something. Huge, ugly monsters are for killing, period. Wow, you'd suck at Undertale, Carcat. Did you ever talk to Kanaya about it? I don't remember, maybe. I'm a busy guy, Jade. I talk to a lot of people about a lot of stuff, including myself. Her situation was very similar to mine. I thought she killed her denizen to light the forge or something. It doesn't sound like you got the whole story, or maybe you just weren't listening to her. Well, I surely don't think it was whatever you did. In any case, I thought all that was over with. Why are you back? What does that have to do with the frog breeding? This was Kanaya's suggestion. Kanaya's still helping you? Yes. I'm talking to her right now, actually. Oh, I see her across the room. She's not talking to anyone on a computer now. Duh, of course not. She's from a different time than you, genius. Which time? A few hours in your future. Oh, I see how it is. You won't talk to future Carcat unless I jump through your fucking password hoops and become him eventually. But you'll talk to future Kanaya just like that. Double standard, anybody? Jade says yes, please. You are so ridiculous. I have Kanaya using the same password system as you. She's just a little further ahead on my timeline is all. It'd be pretty hard to keep up with you both synced up. I thought you didn't want shit spoiled from the future, though. Yeah, from my future. I don't want you guys telling me the things I do before I do them because you talk to future me. But knowing a few things about your future doesn't really matter. Not that I'm going to tell you any of that, so don't ask. I think I am on the verge of becoming a religious person. I don't know where else to turn to remove the awesome suffering that Trollian's temporal chat bullshit miraculously continues to inflict on me. Maybe the mirthful messiahs will come and take my pain away. Oh yes, that sounds heavenly. Jade, please excuse me while I go paint my face and to outwardly reflect the beauty of my inner awakening and drub my think pan mercilessly to reduce my intelligence to the level necessary to sustain those beliefs. Sigh. What are you even talking about? Are we almost done crafting this master plan? I have stuff to attend to here. My team is falling apart. I can't find Gamzee anywhere. I'm worried he might have wandered off somewhere and got hurt.
Uh-oh.
Well, you'll find him. I thought you weren't telling me about my future. I know, but I made an exception, but only one. All right, let's move this along. Just update me on the frogs and give me a new password, okay? Kanaya thinks we should all talk about this. She says you're important to consult on the matter, but the you from her time is too busy. Busy with what? She's opening a memo. All right, and the final one. I remember now. Oh, ad break. That's what we got, an ad break. I remember now. The Taco Bell special with the new Midnight Baja Blast. And Battlefield and Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Guys, it's crazy. They put Kyler Murray on IR for 2 to 4 weeks. You guys know that the new fucking Call of Duty is going to be a banger. Wait a minute, I remember now. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. God, I fucking love Another Hymn, dude. It's got such... I can listen to this shit on loop for hours, man. It's too American? Well, I had to do it in John's voice. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Holiday. All right, the ads are over. Is that not what you were doing? I suppose so. Listen, we're in the green dimension, and we already established that the green dimension has this as its theme song because, you know, why not? I already gave Doc Scratch the Gaster voice before I even got to use it on actual Gaster. I mean, I got to do the whole like, how much longer now, my Deltarune. Oh, that was so cool to do. Too bad, like, too bad that stream was marred by internet issues at the end. But by the way, those have been fixed. If you've noticed, we've been totally like stable the past couple months. I remember now. I was tricked by a troll into flying up to the last gate using this rocket pack. She said I could take a shortcut and go kill my denizen while he was sleeping. It did not quite work out that way. This sounds like Terezi's handiwork. I don't know. She didn't tell me her name. She was a blind troll. She made this incredibly shitty map for me to follow. Yep, that's her. I guess she got both of us then. Unbelievable. She tricked you too? Yes. Well, not tricked so much as made a pointless coin flip and stabbed me in the back. Wow, that's pretty cold-blooded. Oh, sure, she was easily the most underhanded and villainous member of our group. Pot? Calling the kettle? I'm like, what? Okay, Vriska, relax. Me when I fucking lie. The girls are fighting.
But I did let my guard down, and even when she stabbed me, I sure didn't think I was going to die.
Why not?
It turns out immortality isn't all that's cracked up to be. Let's leave it at that.
So I guess you never got around to giving me immortality like you said? Or killing me for that matter? Sounds like the blind troll beat you to it.
No, I did, but this will be hard to explain to you.
Explain what?
So I guess in her own sick way, she actually set us up on this date together. Maybe I should thank her whenever she falls asleep.
Or dies, God forbid. So now it's a date?
I don't know. I said it wouldn't be unless you remembered, and now you remember, but you still don't remember me, do you?
Nope.
Yeah, I thought so. This version of you died before I started messing with you. Not that I expect you to understand what that means.
No, I get that. If I had decided not to take the shortcut, I would have lived, and then you would have talked to me a lot.
Yes, that's right. I guess I should have learned to give you more credit by now.
Well, I might not have figured that out if not for some things that just happened.
I still can't believe I'm meeting a version of you that doesn't remember a thing about me. None of my great exploits, none of the ways I helped you. Only that one stupid time I taunted you. It's a vaguely frustrating feeling.
Sorry, I'm not sure what to tell you.
So you remember literally nothing I told you about myself? Not even the, compromising stuff?
Well, you did just show me around your planet, which was really cool. There's compromising stuff?
Your species would think so, but I guess it doesn't matter anymore.
I guess not, but who says we can't get to know each other again? You wouldn't find
that boring?
No way, not if you wouldn't. You said you have the name of the blind troll who killed us, but you've not told me yours yet.
I haven't?
No.
It's...
Homestuck. Homestuck.
Yo, graphics, thank you for the 7 months. Appreciate you.
It's Vriska.
Nice to meet you, Vriska. I am John, even though you already knew that.
Yes.
So, now what do we do? Aside from be dead for probably ever.
Man, I don't know. Maybe, you could tell me about how you died. What were the things that just happened you were talking about?
The rocket boots. Pshoo! Pshoos! Well, like I said, I flew up to the last gate, like this. Oh, nice boots. It brought me inside the palace. It was huge, and it took a long time to explore. It was eerily empty, too. I had that weird feeling of getting to a place in a video game you're not supposed to be yet, because you don't have the right power-ups and such. You know what I mean?
Not really. I'm used to taking shortcuts whenever I play games.
Oh, okay. So I started getting crazy nervous the longer I was down here, and I started to wonder if my silly iron pogo hammer would even do any damage against the monster.
What? Against the denizen? Of course that piece of shit isn't going to do anything. If I were you, I would have chucked it into the forge.
Excuse me, it is called the Wrinkle Fucker, and it is totally amazing.
It might be alright if you combine it with something awesome.
Like some cool dice, for instance. That's so absurd, like anything like that would have ever happened. Oh, we have sound on this one.
What's this?
I found it very deep in the palace dungeon. I was wandering for hours, following a horrible sound through the pipes. I could tell Typheus was really close, because it was very loud here. It could only be the sound of him sleeping. I was so tempted to play it, but I didn't dare risk waking him up. Pretty much by then, I was sweating bullets at the thought of confronting him.
You were right to be nervous. Denizens are incredibly powerful monsters. You had no chance whatsoever at this stage of the game. You might have stood a chance after I started helping you, but Terezi really screwed you over by leading you here so early.
Yeah, I guess if I ever see her, I should thank her too.
Why?
Because this was important.
What was? Getting killed by a monster?
Well, yes, but not just that. This whole ruse was important. If I didn't make the decision to go, then Dave would not have been able to go back in time and fix things. In fact, if I didn't die here in this palace, we would have never been born in the first place.
How could you know all of that?
This way.
This denizen does not look asleep to me.
Nope. He was wide awake when I found him. I practically crapped my pants.
Well, that explains your quick death. If your denizen was anything like mine, you wouldn't have wasted much time before unleashing a huge shitstorm of devastating monster magic.
What was your denizen like?
Her name was Cetus. She was this awful sea monster. Her lair was deep underground amidst a bunch of shipwrecks. She was quite vicious and territorial. I knew I had to kill her quickly to release the horde, before she had a chance to do anything tricky.
What do you mean tricky? Did she talk to you?
Oh, of course. She was babbling in riddles through most of the fight. I wasn't paying much attention, though. I mean, what creature doesn't speak in boring riddles in this game?
So, is that all you did? Is that what you all did? Killed your denizens as fast as possible without listening to them?
Yeah, pretty much. We were all pretty good players, remember?
Yes, so I've heard.
Well, I can't exactly speak for everyone. There was a lot going on, but I don't know how some people went about beating their denizens. For instance, I'm not sure how our hero of Breath did it. Maybe the monster just released the horde for him out of pity?
Maybe he just talked to his denizen.
If there was a way to avoid a tough battle, I'm sure he found it. It sounds like a good way to cheat yourself out of a lot of sweet XP and loot, though.
Oh my god. It's all Homestuck. Guys, Shimigami Tensei predates Homestuck, but yeah, that is pretty cool. They were toying with these ideas even back then.
I don't know, you might be surprised. John, are you saying you had a nice friendly chat with this hideous, bloodthirsty creature before he killed you? Yes. Typheus might not be pretty to look at, but he's not a bad guy at all.
Alright, that's all of them.
It seems she's acting out again. Sorting these clippings will have to wait while I settle her down. I apologize profusely. Please continue to help yourself to the serviceable Arrow command in my absence. As a first-class host, I keep a healthy supply on hand at all times.
Yo, Viren, thank you for the 15 months. Appreciate you. Oh my god, there's so many of these things, dude. Ah! Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, shut up.
Alright, next up we got Aradia.
Hey, what are you doing out here? Out where? Out of your bubble. Oh, I don't know. Am I not supposed to leave? I just didn't think you could. I guess you must have a foot on either side. Can't say I'm surprised. Okay. So, what are you doing out here?
Wait, this is Solix. Fuck. I thought it was Tavros. Fuck. Shit, my bad. Wait, so this is Lispless Tavros, Solix, right? Okay, so this is, oh, I don't know. Am I not supposed to leave?
I just didn't think you could. I guess you must have a foot on either side. Can't say I'm surprised.
Okay. So what are you doing out here?
I'm waiting for friends to arrive. They will need my help.
What friends? More ghosts?
No, they're alive. First, there will be 2 humans. They should be joining us any minute.
First. Then what?
The rest of our party, the survivors.
Oh. So then we made it out here all right.
Yes, well, they made it. Your body will arrive with them, along with the others. Hey, maybe we can have a funeral.
What's a funeral?
Kind of like a big corpse party. The humans could probably explain it better than me.
Okay, cool. Oh, they're at the green sun. Shit, it's so bright. How can you stand it here?
You can see the sun?
Yeah, I can see it, but it looks 2D. Page 4,000, boys. Ay, ay, ay. We're almost halfway done with Homestuck. All right, next up, we got... let's go with these idiots. Oh, this is crazy, Gamzee. If motherfucking's magic's all we've ever known at, then it's easy to be missing what fucking the haps. But I'm all scooping at miracles that are up in the air. Got my C on the miracles. They're here and they're there. I be checking the miracles while falling downstairs, seeing the shit out of... I can't stop burping. Holy fuck. That are all being at basically pretty much everywhere. Fuck. Oceans of Fago fucking glitter like space. A fistful of stardust's what's poofing in my face. A million horns honking rackets in piles. A one-wheel device, what can rocket in style, is shit. That's what I wish for. Because, motherfucking chorus, bro. I'm all a firm believer in the miracles. Do you have time for miracles, brother? Do you get your notice on of all the miracles? So many fucking miracles. The magic motherfucking miracles. Honk. Oh, yeah, that was, so strict. Haha, yeah, bro. Most definitely, your rhymes, they are ruthlessly disciplinary, and my ear ducts have been naughty. I think they are naughty for more. Motherfuck, dude, you best understand I got more slams in me. They be as forever as my limitless faith and all the believings and shit. But what I motherfucking need, my brother, aside of plowing nose fucking first into a bitchin' pan of tenacious mucilage, is to check out what slams you can stick in my ducks. Yeah, oh yeah. These can most entirely be provided. They can be dropped straight into the orifices you mentioned. Haha, fucking drop it, bro. Drop it like you spaced out and forgot you were holding it all in the first motherfucking place. You brought up a pan, in that last stanza, but the one I'm a fan of is the panhandled pup, shit. Yes, shit is, legit. A thing to say about it. About the pan with the man grit, on whom now I slam it. Slam it like a fucking door on accident on something that hurts. Honk, 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 honk. You can't handle my slams. Well, unless when you can. In which case, that's cool. I just serve up the hoopla, to goat noses that are hoopless. About the pan, who's called pupa. In the case you were clueless. About the pan who can man up and is able to stand up on legs unlike mine, which are functionally useless. God damn! You are dealing some hearty reproach tonight. Flying fucking high, man. Higher than a laugh assassin up on the motherfucking grief trapeze. Higher than a subjugulator getting his weep on for the vast honk I believe in to come. Haha, I wish. No, bro, I'm serious. Your rhymes are fly as the most wicked piece of shit a miracle ever took place in the sky. Someone clipped their motherfucking wings so I stand a chance. Whoops, I mean sit a chance. Fuck. Wow! Yo! You didn't need to say all that. The only thing more fly than the rhymes, I'm saying to express all my malices, is the ability he had, I wish was mine, instead of, I guess, this excessive paralysis. Look out for the honk, bro. Get off of these wheels, get off of these wheels. If miracles aren't fake, he'll get off of these wheels. But hi. In this case, has double the meaning. It means he can fly. Plus, he does high self-esteeming. That's two things he has that I'd rather were mine. His two flappy wings and a big healthy spine. Oops. That's three things. Get off of these wheels. Get off of these wheels. If miracles aren't fake, he'll get off of those wheels. Using my least obvious foot to kick it back over to you, friend. Shit. Slam it, like the door in the face of a coaling drone. Let's pretend that's a real possibility, and not an invitation for even more painful death, just for the sake of that expression. Motherfuck it, motherfucker. Pure magic is all when there be hatching of grubs. I've seen shit that would shock your look stubs. I peeped on a plane of 6 trillion hemos, all up in one rock bleeding as equals. It's easy if you search all of your feelings. That peace happens first and murder's the sequel. It's the beauty of the carnival, the magic's intense. A fucking darkness outside, but the light makes you wince. Just take my motherfucking hand, bro. Put on your shades, pull back the flap, and get off of these wheels. Okay, I did. And now I'm in the floor, motionless, in a terrible way. So I got back on the wheels. It was a nice thought, though. Haha, fuck, motherfucking yeah. Let's take this ninja titty bitch. What? Back to the hive with the chorus. Together, my miracle brother. Yes, I'm a firm believer in all the miracles. Do you have time for my miracles? Religious friend? Do you get your notice on all of the miracles? So many, gratuitous, expletive, miracles. The magic mother, also expletive, miracles. Fuck yes. Here's where the slam turns to nothing but honks. Honk, 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 honk. Honk, 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 honk. Honk. Fuck. It's less appropriate for me to do the honks, than you, but that was still great. Yeah, bro, yeah. The slams were truly prime, and, your religious views, that I don't share them, are, reasonably inspirational. I think I'm in the process of releasing at least one tear. Me too, bro. You can motherfucking know there will be some of my eyes royal jelly to go with your emotional peanut butter. Whoa. This is beautiful, dude. I feel so chill with you. Yeah, friendliness with you, is pretty much always nice, and fun to have. Hey, when we up and start to kick this at Red Team Noise, you should make your way to get to hang out at my hive. Oh, yes, totally. We could like split a tin of the pimpish sneeze I got on hand, baked up all special for you, and then maybe make out a little. Oh? Oh my god, he's considering it. Gay, homosexual, gay. Oh my god, look at his comma posting. Yowie! I didn't consider this ship at all. Maybe I'm a bad person. All right, next up we've got Jade. Why the fuck is Jack there? Oh god, he's still following you? That is so messed up. Yeah, it's okay though. As long as he's tailing me like a lost puppy, at least he's not killing anybody. Don't trust him, Jade, I'm telling you. He's a stab-happy, planet-exploding asshole. Remember what he did to Dave? It was like this whole episode. You had a hysterical episode about it, remember? I remember the episode, but he's okay now. And I'm kind of starting to think that was just his way of saying hi. My dog used to fetch my bullets, too. I really think he believes he's my dog on some level. Just don't turn your back on him, Jade. Don't turn your back on the puppy. Don't worry, I'm keeping my eye on him. Ah, no. Bad Jack, bad. Oh, the most powerful thing in the universe. And is getting beaten by a fucking newspaper. Amazing. Oh, look, it's the Betty Crocker getting exploded newspaper. He really seems to hate frogs.
Yeah, the poor froggies.
My Jack had this irrational thing against frogs, too. I mean, my normal Jack, not psychopath Omni-Po Jack.
Durst agents are heavily predisposed towards the murder and discretion of amphibious life forms and their iconography, respectively. Frequently, I had to thwart assassination attempts from their kingdom. Or extermination attempt is probably better to say. You're probably right. They seem to drive him crazy. This is not the first time I've had to reprimand him.
Wait, did he follow you into the palace too just now? Is that who you were yelling at?
He was growling at Echidna, and I had to tell him he was being very bad. He destroyed some of her really nice statues, too. Keeping him in line really makes me miss Beck. He was such a good dog. Not to mention a best friend. Jack is just bad dog, worst enemy. Exactly.
I don't like this a fucking bit. It makes me really nervous. You just chilling with an unspeakably powerful mass murderer with the brain of a wild animal who's about to hop sessions and try to kill all of us in a few hours. And what were you even doing there again? You still haven't told me.
Huh?
The palace.
I recommend she return to her denizen for advice.
About what?
The location of the final frog required to complete the gene sequence, one whose song should remove the last traces of dissonance from the waveform. The creature is quite elusive, remember?
Oh yeah, you were searching for weeks.
Yes.
And you never found it.
I had a good lead, but you decided there was not enough time left to bother with it.
The reckoning had started. We had to kill the king.
Understood, but this was a matter that really did require your attention.
Yeah, I know, but maybe I was sick to fucking death of muddling around with frogs and their cacophonous goddamn ribbits and mixing their slime and shit. I'm not an ecto-scientist, no matter how many grubs who turned out to be us made the game made me accidentally make.
But you are a programmer, aren't you? That is at least kind of being like a scientist, having some technical savvy.
I was a shitty programmer. And anyway, I only got programmed viruses. Shitty viruses. I shouldn't have to be a fucking slime technician or a frog farmer or a mystical fucking croak decoder. I'm a warrior and a leader and a cold-blooded killer.
We know. You're clearly very good at being all of those things. But now we need your help with frog science. Can you help us?
How long will this take? I don't mind helping, but I have a major leadership duties to attend to here.
Yes, I know the team is falling apart and everything, but doing this was your duty too. And after a point of critical completion, there's only so much responsibility you can take for the actions of your team.
Kanaya, what are you saying? What happens in the future? Are you giving me some assurance that things will work out? Because right now, I don't know where the hell anybody is.
The future. Okay, I'm a vampire now, apparently, if that helps.
What the fuck is a vampire?
Shh. Shush. No future talk. Let's stay on topic.
Oh my god, why can't I get a straight fucking answer to a thing? It's a simple question.
Kanaya means she's a very pretty girl with pointy fangs who has bright sunny complexion and wears fancy dresses.
Thanks, that cleared everything just right the hell up.
And she drinks blood.
Oh, you mean a rainbow drinker? Yeah, I already know about her trashy novel fantasies. Are we done shitting around?
They aren't trashy.
Yes, hilarious. I guess I have no choice but to believe you, because skepticism in this situation is for idiots, right? If I said, yeah, right, there's a drinker in this hive, I'll eat my cocoon. I'd be like the dumb Lucis in the movie who doesn't believe the kid when he tells it there's a rainbow drinker in the closet. So I guess by reverse psychology, I should not be that dumbass, yell, oh fuck, and tell everyone to get into the scuttle buggy before it's too late. Well, fat chance, I'm not falling for it.
That sounds like a stupid movie.
How do you even know what she looks like anyway? Did you see her in one of your afterlife bubbles?
Yep.
What? When?
Carcat. That information qualifies as future stuff.
I don't know anymore. Shit is getting away from me. The more time goes by without getting word from Gamzee, the more I worry. And the more I feel like something terrible has happened. Or will happen. I should go.
No, wait. Please just listen a little longer. Yes, staying would be better. Trust me that this is and still is a very important thing for you to have done and still do. Maybe even the most important.
Fine, but let's move it along. Did Echidna tell you where to find this frog?
Not exactly. She just helped me remember.
Remember what?
Something from my past, if I accepted her terms. What were your terms? You never did tell me. Oh yeah, 'cause you never told me yours. Oh, I just thought it wasn't that important or interesting, since Karkat thought the battle was more pressing than to wait for me to locate another frog. Also, what she asked me to do was impossible, so, yeah. She made me promise to do something that sounds impossible too, except I actually agreed. I have no idea how I'm going to keep my side of the bargain now that I think about it. Excuse me. Fucking remember what? Oh, right, where the last frog is, or was. The thing is, the frog we need is nowhere to be found in the medium. It was on Earth, but only very briefly. It was when I was young, before I was on Prospect. I had begun sleepwalking, both on the island and on the moon. And in my dream, it was very bright. I saw something in the light. I couldn't tell what it was, so I got closer. But before I got there, I woke up and found myself in the lagoon surrounding the ruins. I was about to walk home when I saw something appear on a lily pad. It was a frog! An amazing, shiny frog, not like any other I've seen in the lagoon. Frog. It hopped over to me and I picked it up, but then, just like that, it died. Oh. Later, my grandpa made a... and later we got an ad break. That's what we got. Jade killed me? Fuck! I blew up! I hate it when that happens. Ugh! I hate it when I explode. This week's sponsor, U.S. Uranium. Why is the radiation not affecting them? He was too busy making Undertale. Aw. All right. Let's go. Later, my grandpa made a robot to help me with my sleepwalking. It could do all the walking while I stayed safe in the bed. It could also record my dreams. I am sure he always knew my dreams were going to be special. I suspect he knew it before I was even born. Okay, great. So it's there on the monitor. Problem solved. You just purify its ghost imprint, mix it with your current evolution's paradox slime, smooth out the genetic waveform, tadpolify bilious slick, and you're done. Hopefully. So, you didn't remember seeing this frog when you were a kid at all? No, it completely slipped my mind. How did she get you to remember? I mean, what did she make you agree to? Well, like it was before, the choices she gives you seem to have to do with facing mortality, and making it clear if you choose one path or another, it will lead to your death. And that death may be necessary to accomplish a goal. Yes, I've inferred that their ultimata are all personalized variations of the presentation of such dilemmas. Yeah, but that's not really what made this hard. I mean, nobody wants to die, of course, but at least that is a clear thing. You either do, you don't. You know? What? I don't... How does... Is that a typo? Is there a missing or? I think there's supposed to be an or here. You either do or you don't, you know? You said what she asked was impossible. You either do, you don't. Oh, okay, I see there's an implied comma. I got it. All right. It might be. What were her demands? She said if I accepted her help, then I would have to make a promise that whenever we left this place and wherever we end up going, she had to come. Huh? Not just a kidnap, but all the denizens.
their palaces, their consorts, their lands, everything. I had to bring them all with us. Oh. All right, last one. The ship. Oh. So this is how. So this is how we got here. All right.
Moving on.
What the fuck? There's more? You think you're so cool, bro. Sloppy makeouts now on the roof. Hee hee hee. Jade, are you still responding to this memo? I guess I don't have much energy left to argue about passwords. I didn't even get a password last time. I had to leave abruptly because Solix and Aridin started dueling again, and then Pfeffery and Kanaya. It all happened so fast. And now Gamzee is hunting us all down in murder mode. He's been taunting me through other people's messaging devices and leaving me disturbing notes. I'm sure others must be dead by now, and Solix is blind, and I lost track of him somehow. I heard a stray honk, and I ran, and we got separated, and I'm starting to think that this must be a doomed timeline. That's why I can't get in touch with anyone. They must be dropping like behemoth leavings out there. And that must be why future Kanaya was talking in this memo. But now she's dead, which makes that impossible. It wasn't supposed to happen this way. Gamzee isn't supposed to go crazy. I think if he does, it means we fucked something up. It means I fucked something up. He's my responsibility. I have to make sure he's safe, and I didn't do that. One time, one of the doomed Aradias told me she came from a time where he flipped out and killed everybody because of my failure. I didn't take her seriously, but I should have. She was constantly fixing my fuck-ups. Robots from the future always coming back to tell me how some hasty shit I did with frog breeding or whatever would make it impossible to win. My own personal mistakes probably accounted for more doomed Aradia bots than anything else. Which was sort of a silver lining, I guess. I don't think we would have beaten the king without her army. Not that it matters anymore. I've obviously just become another guy in a doomed timeline watching everyone around him die. I was just sitting here wondering what I could have done wrong this time to make the timeline take a wrong turn, and pinpointing it seemed overwhelming since I've had more terrible decisions than I can even count, but I think looking back, I know what it is now. It was before we got trapped on this meteor. Before Jack showed up, before we beat the king. And I wanted to let you know, Jade, that no matter what I said, I think the final frog must be important. And Kanaya, if you're reading this somewhere in the past maybe, I'm sorry, you were right. I was always in such a hurry to win, I didn't take the time to do what was necessary. Bilious Slick needed the genes of that frog, and because I half-assed this so bad, everyone's going to die. See, I was thinking about Jack and how he can't stand frogs. And I think I finally understand what's going on. I think I know what's about to happen at the end of our timelines. I think I know what the critical moment is. And it's completely my fault. Ectobiology is a touchy thing. Especially when you're building the genetic code for an entire universe. Our Genesis frog needed the genes from that final frog. But because I was in too much of a hurry to do the job right, he's missing a critical sequence in his DNA. So when we made him and watched him grow in the middle of Skya, after all the fireworks and fanfare from the vast croak had subsided, I kind of felt like he didn't look so good. Like he was sick. I think I gave him cancer. I gave your whole universe cancer, Jade. Sorry. Oops. My bad. Next. Oh my god! There's so many of these things, dude! Fuck! Ah! Alright, what's going on here?
It's all your fault.
Huh? It's all your motherfucking fault, honk. Okay. You all cracked off the top of the bottle to those fucking clown imposters.
Oh hey, this popped up suddenly. I'm Steak. Nailed it.
Yo, Chaos, thank you for the 14, appreciate you. You all cracked off the top of the bottle to those fucking clown imposters that all were spraying out the flagrant motherfucking heresies at me. The flagrant motherfucking heresies, motherfucker! Is that what came out from their mouths? It made me get my sadness on to see it. And my rage on fucking harder! I'm sorry. All my life, I believed that a fucking paradise to come would help the most baller, darkest of carnivals to join. And a prophecy to tell all about a band of rowdy and capricious minstrels steeped in the good, harsh whimsy. The mirthful messiahs were foretold to be crashing that fucking pie stand and bringing the holy ruckus. Like a giddy fucking ninja one-wheeling headlong at the hugest fucking horn heap Shangri-La's got to see. I'm talking about the vast honk, you blasphemous motherfucker. What I believed in it to be was so beautiful. Us and them all mellowing and tense, bumping sounds, tossing back the Fago and soaking up the miracles in our faith sponges, while the special stardust rained down at our elixir sticky faces like a bunch of fucking fairy powder from religion space. It was gonna be us and motherfucking them. Them and motherfucking us. This is like some trolling shtick, right? This ICP shit. But now, because of you, because of all you and your motherfucking outrageousness, you stole up my miracles away by revealing to me how wicked shit was really kicked. Like some filthy fucking shine stiff who at all times would be ruled unfunny without even getting his fucking trial on. And now, I don't know what to think about the spiritual fantasies I had. Honk. Best troll ever. I don't even care if you're really into that stuff or not. It's awesome. What stuff? Like horrorcore, lame clown rap and stuff? Dude, are you an actual juggalo or not? Bro, that word you used isn't nothing real I've heard of. It strikes me as another heretical fucking bastardization of some sacred shit I take seriously in my pump biscuit. I mean, I guess, took seriously. Do you really not know what I'm talking about? I have the idea that you put in my pan to sit there, that this fucking paradise planet is a fucking joke, and the miracles are fake. Pure fiction. False, fakey, fraudy con jobs from a bunch of unfunny, ninja harlequin bullshit artists. I can't even tell if you're trying to troll me with this or you actually having some sort of weird emotional problem. Can't it be motherfucking both things? Okay, I'm telling you, you need to watch this video. The song isn't even supposed to be released for another year or something. but I got it from an inside source. This is as hot as it gets. Hang on, let me dig it up. No. Motherfuck. No. Bro, oh, what have we got here? It was the other seaboat, man. Delirious is nasty? Betty Crocker. Oh my goodness. LOL at you. Peace out, numbfucks. Ollie's out. Can they say that? The guy's name is Dumb Homo Tool. Something tells me no, he cannot say that. No. Motherfuck no, bro. I'm not looking at any more of your blasphemies. I really just came back on you to motherfucking say that while the sickening noise you did at me is your fault, there's something I did at you. What's mine? I did something that's motherfucking atrocious to your posse. Made your whole crew of jokers get to be kind of mentally motherfucking unstable. In fucking fact, that atrocious business I got to doing, I did that shit to your whole universe as a matter of fucking fact. You see, you motherfucking see, I finally got caught up in what's true behind the sweet murder mirth of bitchin' blood circus. I reached deep down and got at where all the real harsh whimsies were hiding inside me. In the angriest ways, I found up my dark ancestral chuckle voodoos within. And then I focused on them through the rage you made me have. And I went and made your universe terminal. It was him! It was me, Barry. I was the one who put clowns in your world. None of that really meant anything, but okay. Also, oh, yo, Chaos, thank you for the gift sub to Dumb Homo Tool. Also, you have me confused for somebody else. We never talked. I guaranteed I would have remembered you. All that motherfucking matters is I remember you and what you did. I'm just letting you in on all the ways I set the high justice in motion. Made us motherfucking square, you and me. Me and you. That's cool, Juggalo guy. I still can't quite tell if this is ironic about this or not. But like I said earlier, it's all good. You don't motherfucking believe. You need to get more spiritually into your superstition, ghost. Like the motherfucking faith chump that I was. As if I'd forget to do my chuckle voodoos to you too. To fuck up your dreams. To make your worst fears come alive and get up on their haunts in your nap-happy pan. What? What fears? You motherfucking know, brother. It's the fucking puppet. The one that's got to be my best fucking friend I got now. Now that my other buddy managed to be having his head chopped off. Oh god, did my bro put you up to this? I should have guessed he might have a hand in some of these shitty trolling escapades. Your bro's dead, bro. Couldn't keep my new friend captive no more. Released your nightmares right into my warm fucking embrace. And now I listen at what they whisper through my ear ducts. Jesus, you're fucking insane. I'm all hearing these amazing motherfucking things. I think he'll help me refigure out what's the real reality about the miracles. He'll help me to motherfucking discover the truth of who the messiahs are. The real messiahs, not the false mess of lies. Honk. So, my bro's idiotic ventriloquist dummy is responsible for this schizophrenic bullshit. Shouldn't really use that word. Is that what you're saying? Motherfuck, bro, yes. What else does he say? He says, in all this funny little voice, that is so very, 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 very quiet. That it's time to go motherfucking kill them all. Well, that sounds about right. Better do what he says, dude.
Yeah! Here I was. To come up with you with all these unruly upbraids I got pent up. When you know motherfucking what? I should be getting grateful to you for sharing me your way. What? Sharing at me your way. Riddick heresies, brother. The road to the Dark Carnival has never before been paved with louder honk horns to tread upon. And scare the living motherfuck out of the low-blood faithless with each step.
You are either literally an insane psychopathic murderer or some sort of trolling savant. Time to block you now, but let's do this again, okay?
You fucking know it, bro. I like you. Wouldn't mind taking that pale marshmallow you got as a what? Nug bone off one of your shoulders. For this collection I got started on. Add a little strawberry jam to this peanut butter sandwich I'm making between my motherfucking lips.
Holy shit.
Hey, before you go, how about we slam a little?
They both then proceeded to have one of the best rap-offs in the history of Paradox Space.
What did I say? I have repeatedly made it clear that the fifth wall is to remain off.
Why are you here?
I refuse to acknowledge this foolish man's self-indulgent rubbish. His frivolous charades have no place in this building or anywhere in this reality. Am I making myself understood, young lady? Its defective genes probably have made it impossible for your session to be successful. Sort of like its reproductive system was damaged. What should be fertile ground for your new universe to grow was replaced by a massive bomb rigged to blow up your whole session. Probably just one of many symptoms of a sick universe. It's not like you actually did anything wrong. You were fighting against the disease that was always inherent in your reality. The one I gave it. But I don't think it's like a normal disease. Not like a cellular mutation that's out of control. The cancer took a specific form. Like a complicated series of terrible events rather than faulty cell division. It was an eventuality in your universe that was inevitable, and we all unwittingly helped make happen. All concentrated through the actions of one hostile agent in the system, with an instinct to destroy everything it hated, and then given the power to do so. And unlike a normal disease, it wouldn't gradually kill its host from within. The cancer left the body, chased out by an immune system. But the problem is, it wasn't any less deadly on the outside, and no less determined to finish the job.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So, I don't know what else it could be. What's waiting for us at the end of the countdown? Jack was expelled from your session somehow. He then methodically destroyed all our planets, Prospit and Durst, and tried to wipe us all out. This panel goes freaking crazy hard, by the way.
Jack's just aura farming for no reason. He loves doing that.
So that we couldn't do the same thing to him again. But he was always saving his true target for last, the one he hated most. Jack was the living embodiment of the disease all along. Noir is the cancer. It's him. Anyway, that's the end of how everything's my fault completely, and I'm garbage. Hope you enjoyed it, Jade. Not that you seem to recall that this memo even exists. If you see Kanaya in a death bubble hell, please tell her I'm sorry I let her down. And if you see Solix wandering around too, let him know how ashamed I am that I ditched him like a coward because I heard a horn go honk. And Terezi, if you see her, could you give her a message from me?
Tell her that... Actually, never mind. I'll probably be able to tell them all in person soon. Seeing as an idiot in makeup is about to roll over my naked squeal pipette with a one-wheel device.
Solix is okay. He's with me right now.
Holy shit, you're alive?
Hold on, I really need to change these clothes.
Oh wait, there's one more. Swoon.
Or will I have to suspend your furniture privileges again?
Bonk.
I see. It's another one of your moods. We'll have to work on ironing out this behavior before you meet your true master. He is a far less gracious host than I. Wait. What are you doing? No. Stop that. You render yourself in a more symbolic manner this instant.
We all good, chat?
Thank you.
Strife.
Oh. So this is what we're doing now. Maybe I have not been strict enough with your breathing privileges either.
Oh my god.
This vessel will reach your planet eventually. We can either go home the fast way, or the slow way. Your express ticket can only be validated with a display of good manners, miss.
Damn, this guy's gotta go. Youth roll. Oh no.
And there go the electricity privileges. I think now would be a good time for another round of re-education regarding her purpose. A little refresher on the prestigious employment opportunity for which she's being groomed.
Doc, you cannot say that fucking word. I need this guy dead. I need him killed. I'm gonna be summoning Lord English into this fucking timeline at lickety fucking split, bro. This guy's just gotta go. He's just gotta go. This guy's gotta meet the fucking the other end of my Smith and Wesson, bro.
And since you are still my guest, it would please me to tell you this inspiring tale as well. It is a tale to remind her of the sacrifice she must make. One serving to remind all of her people of the sacrifice once made by long-forgotten heroes in a discarded reality. It is of this sacrifice the sufferer died to speak the truth, and it is his tale I will tell you now. Once, in this very universe, you could say, Alternia was home to a peaceful race. Oh my goodness. Trollkind had never known the corrupting influence in their evolution which led them to the perpetual war and violence. That is to say, they had never known me. As was true of the bellicose world we know, there had come to be 12 heroes on this peaceful planet. These heroes, too, had 12 ancestors whose fortunes were entwined with theirs. These 24 figures of legend were not of this world, but sent from the sky, delivered from a reality not yet conceived. On the eve of their race's extinction, the 12 heroes would begin playing a game. They would make an admirable effort.
Cascade, cascade.
Almost. We're almost there, I think.
But they would fail. Their civilization had not prepared them for the rigors of this game, and the ultimate reward would fall shy of their grasp. But their failure was more comprehensive, more systemic, than a result of simple inadequacy so common to young players of this game. Though they could not recognize it for the bad omen it was, this session was not the one in which they had been spawned. Such is the symptom of a subtle glitch affecting certain sessions, an error designed to trigger an unfathomable cascade of misfortune throughout Paradox space. This glitch is the calling card of the one I serve. It is the discreet, gentlemanly manner in which he reserves his place in a universe for later visitation. The heroes, understanding that there is now, you can actually get 0% APR on the new Toyota Corolla, and Taco Bell, they're having a new special. And did you know you can get 100 wings from Wingstop? Pretty cool. You can save 15% on more car insurance by signing up with Geico. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. My favorite one is Bushi.
Shay, you should hydrate. I got a drink right here. Yo, Bird Electronics. Thank you for upgrading your sub. Appreciate you. Also, GIF. Thank you for the 4 months. Oh, we got to be close, surely. I'm running out of time. Yeah, that's the plan, Wolfle.
The hero, where was I? The heroes, understanding their defeat was absolute, sought advice from the mother of all monsters. She offered them a choice. The heroes could either accept their defeat along with the extinction of their race and put no others at risk, or she could show them a path to a second chance, to a reality in which the chosen heroes of their race would be strong enough to succeed with ease and claim the reward. This reset would come at the cost of wiping the failed heroes from existence. They would live new lives from scratch, playing different roles in the reset reality with no memory of the game they played or the choice they made. The heroes chose to accept this bargain and scratched their session. In doing so, they jump-started the reality in which 24 figures of legend would together be created, and I as well, and then sent back in time to take our places in history. Though I was delivered well before history even began, before the dawning of life on their planet. This time around, I would oversee its development, and thus fulfill the mother's promise of an aggressive, ruthlessly prepared group of heroes, one that would not rest until victory was secured. The young 24 would again be scattered in 2 groups, 12 modern contemporaries and 12 ancients. But in addition to losing the memories of everything that had happened before the scratch, there was another catch for the failed heroes. In the new reality, they would not serve as the heroes. They would mature to become the ancestors of the 12 they formerly regarded as theirs, and this 12 would be chosen for glory. These children would be the heroes to achieve victory and have the reward easily within reach. Of course, this promise was fulfilled to the letter, as you have seen. The entire bargain was executed without a single hitch, as those authorized by my master always are. There was, however, one minor anomaly. One of the failed heroes, in his new life as an ancient on this now brutal planet, began to remember. This is his story, the story of the Signless. Few ever knew the sufferer's given name, presuming quite reasonably he had none, and he came to be called Signless. Unlike his peers distributed elsewhere in history, he was not given a sign at a young age. Oh no. Alas, there were no signs reserved for one of his mutant blood. His genetic deviation from the social order made him a pariah, forcing him to wander the world alone for many sweeps, concealing the color of his blood to avoid certain execution. But it may have been due to his mutation that he began to have the visions, spontaneous, lucid imagery of his world at peace before its fall. He would never see the complete picture, or fully understand his previous incarnation's role in prompting this fall, or know of my hand in it. But the visions showed him all he needed to see. They held the promise of his people's true potential beneath the ages of conditioned cruelty. They held the spark of revolution. In time, the visions gave purpose to his travels. He would preach heretical ideas no one else even dared to entertain, let alone risk discussing. He espoused the virtues of forgiveness, compassion, and equality among all bloodlines. He distributed his message intelligently, careful to preach only to those who were receptive, never attracting unwanted attention. But his growing movement could only go unnoticed by the authorities for so long. The High Bloods were livid over the unprecedented heresy, and soon a massive sectarian war followed, spreading across the planet and throughout the galaxy. The conflict was lopsided, of course, with the High Bloods given full support from the Condess and her Sea Dwellers. Inevitably, the Signless would be captured, and when he was, it was not a matter of when he would be put to the irons, but how hot they would be if he failed to recant. Oof.
Oh, look, the shackles are kind of in the sign shape.
During his penance, it was said the sufferer's compassion for his people underwent a divine transformation into limitless, burning rage. It burned hotter than the iron shackling him to the imperial flogging jut, and redder than the blood soaking his righteous leggings. When he was finally killed, his anger rung through the cosmos with his last breath. This vast expletive was his final sermon, and somewhere encoded in its wavelengths was the truth in his teachings, waiting to reveal itself to any who would inherit his burden.
Booyah!
His teachings would also persist through surviving disciples. What is he, Jesus? But in hushed tones, his following would dwindle to an obscure cult facing persecution for centuries. After his execution, the body was burned, leaving only his irons. They cooled in the ash, as if the anger itself was subsiding, and his followers appropriated their shapes in defiance of the High Bloods. The symbols became the sign of the Signless, always shown as the colorless as the cold iron, to conceal the stigma of his hue. This was much a reminder to his followers to remain hidden, as it was of the sufferer's sacrifice, and his rage hidden like heat in the iron, one day to be reignited by another of his bloodline. The sufferer preached that after he passed, another Signless would come, heralding the end times for their planet. The second Signless would continue his work and lead his people to glory beyond this realm. The followers kept his teachings alive for ages, even as the uproar surrounding the movement subsided. By modern times, the sufferer's scripture was little more than ancient superstition, all but forgotten. Hardly the anathema of old, but the followers had already made their preparations in the shadows, and when the second Signless finally came, he would have Lucis to raise him and a sign to his name. The sufferer required a less conventional upbringing to reach maturity. As a young grub, he landed in the brooding caverns where he'd be expected to face his trials. But due to his mutation, surely no Lucis would select him.
The fuck?
No No creature sympathetic to his scent had been bred yet. His odds for survival would have been remote, if not for a chance encounter. The Dolorosa belonged to the rare class assigned strictly to serving the mother grub in the caverns, forbidden from visiting the surface. While on an errand, she found the young sufferer in his crater and immediately recognized the child as special, as well as in great danger. For an adult troll to raise a child was unthinkable, but she saw no other hope for him. The Dolorosa abandoned her duties in the caverns and fled to the surface to raise him. In time, she would become the first follower of his teachings, and the first of his inner circle, but not closest. Oh, hell no. He's talking about ancestors, isn't he? Surrounding him on his rise to infamy and throughout the rebellion were the most trusted elites. Among his devoted, the Plagueonic was a mage of unequaled telekinetic ability, who upon hearing the words of the sufferer was inspired. Oh, it's psionic, right? Okay, psionic. Who, upon hearing the words of the sufferer, was inspired to free himself from the sort of slavery typical of his mentally gifted class. But his most devoted of all was his disciple. She listened to every vision he retold, every lesson he preached, and faithfully recorded his scripture. Her ear was open to him always, and in time, his heart opened to her. To spread his message throughout the world, they took it to the seas in their vessel of legend known as the First Ship. It was said their love went beyond the four quadrants, transcending the grid entirely, whatever that nonsense actually means. The disciple was to be killed along. He's keeping little girls locked up in weird rooms and rambling about troll ancestors. I just know it. I just know it. The disciple was to be killed along with him. But at the last moment, the executor inexplicably took pity on her and allowed her to escape. She absconded with the leggings, which remained the only physical evidence of his holy suffering. She hid in caves for many sweeps, transcribing all of his scripture from memory on the walls in the blood of slain creatures, and lived the rest of her days in monastic savagery. Her dedication would be critical to the persistence of his message, but the Dolorosa was less fortunate and was sold into slavery. She spent the rest of her life as property of the vicious sea dwellers. As for the psionic, he was enlisted in a far worse, if more prestigious service. Author-splode. Not my fucking comic! He was forced to serve as helmsman for her condescension's imperial battleship. Psychics of his kind were exploited for interstellar travel, and his abilities made her ship the fastest in the fleet by far. She grew so enamored of her helmsman and his power, she would use her touch to extend his lifespan to match her own. Oh damn, the place is bigger than I thought. Any idea which way he went? Come on, guys, help me out. Together they explored the stars for thousands of years. Due to the speed of her ship, she would personally expand the boundaries of her new empire, typically being the first to greet new races before conquering them. I bet he's behind this door. You hear me scratch? The jig is up! After making first contact, occasions in which she generally kept cordial, she would move on to new territory while a division of her fleet set course for the unfortunate civilization and proceeded to tear it apart. It could be any of the lethal brigades under her command to receive the orders, be it the Threshicutioners, Cavalry Reapers, Laugh Assassins, or Ruffian Annihilators. Each was notoriously cruel in its own way, and each carried out orders with absolute loyalty. Because while the Condesce could simply extend a single life on her whim, she could just as casually cut short that of millions. Aha! Caught red-handed, you bastard! You stop clogging up my story with your troll fan fiction this instant. Ah! If angered, she could simply express her grievance through, oh my fucking god, through communion with her ancient luces of the deep, and turn its psychic devastation on multitudes. The class hierarchy played into her hands politically in that respect. Killing off a haphazard swath of the population, or an entire class, was suitable as a measure of last resort, but mass extermination does not lend itself well to practical governance. Its looming threat, however, is quite effective, especially while her empire was partitioned neatly into blood castes. castes, whatever. She could use her leverage to delegate oppression to the subjugators, whose unique abilities and exceptional brutality made them natural enforcers. They too would delegate in their governance, exploiting the pride and loyalty of dangerous blue bloods beneath them, and so down the hemo spectrum, until the enslavement of the common castes was inescapable, in spite of their genetic gifts and strength in numbers. As a self-governing body, the land-dwelling portion of her empire was formidable, but her force of sea dwellers was equally formidable, and the two kept in check not only with the threat of psychic annihilation, but their mutual hatred and distrust. The only threat to her power was unification through uprising, a possibility made remote once she fully decentralized the race from the homeworld. She scattered all but the children throughout the galaxy after the most recent rebellion led by the Summoner. Upon doing so, she became so comfortable with her grip on power, she risked venturing deeper into space than ever before to grow her empire. But the more space she put between herself and the more she risked weakening her bond with the monster. The bond she and her successor shared with it exclusively could sway and become strengthened with the younger. Perhaps she grew complacent with the threat successors posed, after such a long history of killing them with ease. Heiresses upon reaching maturity were expected to challenge the contest for the throne. It was not merely expected of them by their people, but demanded by their shared Lucis. I like to think of her as the pet I gave to their race, at the dawning of their species' evolution, like a sentience-warming gift. Again, it's just the sort of thing a good host does.
That was not the right door.
If the lapse in her custodial bond was significant enough, it was not just political power she risked. At such a distance, she sacrificed concentration needed to curb its most dreadful psychic shriek of all, the galaxy-wide extinction event called the Vast Glub. Of course, this eventuality proved to be a fitting reward for such a reckless expansion of her territory. She chose the worst time possible to explore further than the homeworld than she'd ever been. She was scouring the edge of the galaxy for systems to plunder when she received word of her planet's devastation by meteors. The young were being slaughtered, the mother grub was dead, the end times were upon her people. She ordered all fleets to return to Alternia, but such was her empire's expansion and interplanetary occupation, few could make it in time to provide any meaningful defense. She instructed her helmsman to pilot the ship faster than he was ever had, and did so through extreme physical duress. He was able to leap thousands of light years in a matter of hours. The exertion likely would have killed him if the glub didn't get to him first. Her touch could extend life, but never restore it to her lament. In that instant, her empire was gone. Glub Glub's swan song wiped out her entire race, save the Condess and her lone heiress, leaving the empire nothing more than galactic necropolis of floating tombs.
This looks like the right place. The hallway is all round and shit, just like his big stupid head.
Well done. The halfway mark has been attained.
Ugh. Did we make it? Is this it? Is this 4065?
The halfway mark has been obtained. We made it! She was forced to continue the journey home on auxiliary power. Her ship now travels near the speed of light, a pale shadow of its former velocity. It would take her another 612 solar sweeps after the glub to reach her destination. She should arrive any minute now. When she does, she will find nothing but ruins and dust. If she cared to look closer, she would find a city of slain exiles, a man on the moon, and a pair of black lovers locked in a deadly dance. But whether she looks or not, one thing will find her with certainty: a new employment opportunity. Are you paying? Oh.
My beautiful panels, what has he done? That son of a bitch. It's gonna take so many sweeps to clean this mess up. So very, very many sweeps.
Are you paying attention, protege? This is where your role in the story begins. Now stop your pouting and listen, unless you want another helping to the backside of my... Oh, nuts. I seem to have forgotten my discipline broom. God damn it, he's got a bowl full of these things.
He's pulling his snooty horseshit candy bowl stunts to mock my little arrows now. Excellent host, my ass.
Anyway, The last of the 12 ancestors arrived a bit late. In fact, she would cross through her portal 6 centuries after the descendants had come and gone. There weren't many left to look after her, so she ended up in foster care. I remember like it was yesterday, and for one who has as much time on his hands as I, it essentially was. Rah! Flip. I would raise the girl to be groomed for her calling. My lessons would emphasize obedience, mastery of the clockwork magics, and being locked in a room. As you must have gathered by now, my employer will... Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
Yo, Epikified, thank you for the 22. Enter this universe quite soon. I will then relinquish my custody to him, and she will serve as his handmaid for eternity to be specified. As you must have also gathered, she has already done so. Through her most common of blood, should have let her expire in just a dozen or 2 sweeps. His curse kept her very much alive, and she did not intend to stay that way.
Oh my god, how can these possibly be so delicious?
His curse was one of conditional mortality, with the desired outcome contingent on her service. When I release her, she will take her place at his side and travel through time to carry out his orders. While I am his weapon of subtlety and precision, the handmaid is strictly an apparatus of terror and suffering. We have both paved the road to his arrival, I in my way and she in hers. She would be present during every watershed moment in her civilization's development. Her recurrence in history would earn her the reputation of a demoness, more feared than even her master, a man though dreadful rarely makes himself seen. She stirred up class warfare. And intensified bigotry in whatever era she haunted. She made sure the descendants would enter a world which prepared them well for the game, and they took measures to see they would play as they did. But once they entered and their world was in ashes, her work was nearly complete. Now, 6 centuries later, they would be given one last order to follow before her curse was lifted. A simple recruitment job.
Whoa, better go easy on these. Might need some later.
The handmaid will enlist the Condess, extending the same bargain once offered to her. It will be the sort of involving neither negotiation nor possibility of refusal, expressed in terms plainly understood by the psychotic genocidal. The Condess will serve as her new master's witch, carrying out his work in the places he cannot reach.
There you are. Go ahead. Keep talking, cue ball. I've got you in the crosshairs of my broom bristles. I have got you, you pompous motherfucker.
The last 2 trolls alive, born of rust and royalty, will make each other pay for the crimes against their race. Their payment will be mutually dealt in the currency of punishment and reward at once. The Condess will be rewarded with power and immortality her new service entails, and punished by the grueling slavery for which it is synonymous. And you, young lady, are to be punished by death at the hands of your replacement. And so too will this be your reward.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. My heartbeat falls in rhythm with the clock as I draw close to my prey. I leave nothing to chance. For you see, it is the most dangerous prey of all, a 4-foot-tall asshole in suspenders who won't shut up. Wait for it, hussy. Wait for it.
And so, my dear, that is the inspiring tale of your people, and why you should feel rather privileged to be in the position for which I have groomed you meticulously. Are you not fully grateful? Yes, surely you are. And it warms the soft, fluffy material in my chest to know this. What is it? What are you looking at over there? Ah, of course, the clock. I could see you have a good eye for a fine timepiece. Your exemplary taste is certainly owed to a quality upbringing. Perhaps you wish to know the history of the clock and how I came to possess it. Yes, I can see the sparkle of curiosity in your eye. It's a marvelous tale, one almost as long as it is verbosely told. Where do I even begin?
Raw! Dong. Story time's over, windbag. Whoops, oh shit, get this fucking clock out of my way. I'm a one-man stampede, and I've got a broom, and that peal of splintering wood you hear is the last gasp of a priceless antique disintegrating beneath the outrageous fury of my authorial hooves. Bap, 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 bap. If I have to put up with one more smug, meandering interlude in my own story, I'm gonna crack your head open and serve you a heaping bowl of that down saw puppet ass. How do you like that for hospitality, Doc? I believe you'll find that as far as hosts go, I am simply the best there is. Everyone's totally fed up with your condescending, self-indulgent narrative style. They all want to go back to my slightly less condescending, slightly more self-indulgent style. See, even that little girl has had enough of your shit. Run, Aradia's ancestor, run! You have locked up your last... Girl, you sick fuck. Oh no. I guess this implies the existence of Troll Asia. Oh, don't you flop around at me like that. Are you listening, little man? Girl. Spike. Suckers. Booyah! Hmm? You there, girl. I guess he's just a limp, lifeless puppet when I'm around. Like a reverse Calvin and Hobbes kind of thing. That's a little disturbing. Girl, quit all this scurrying around. Oh well, might as well try to get that disc back. I wonder if I can just sort of reach up into... and... Do you believe you can escape me before I arrive? How do you expect to outrun me? What the hell? It looks like he's had the disc repaired for a while already, but didn't tell us. Motherfucker just loves the sound of his own voice. Why am I already here? Or when I'm already here? He is already here. Snop, snop, fuck. Holy zowdy. Snop. Dong. You're praying wrong. A closer inspection. Christ, no look. Fuck. No, dude, don't look. It's not that hard. Good lord. Okay, you're just doing it to piss me off. Jesus dick. Unsnop. Insert disc 2. Attempt rare and highly dangerous 5-time showdown combo. Hello, Gamzee. Oh dear. Oh. The parallels. The parallels. Oh, yeah. I like how Terezi just looks exactly like her ancestor. They just look exactly the same. Carcat, what are you doing? Ah! Whee! Fight! 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 Oh, my eyes! Oh, that's why the warning's there. Honk! Shh. 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 Aww. Well, it's that easy. And the Knight of Blood was so embraced the Bard of Rage, and in each other's arms they were a quiver, and with a righteous pap and blessed shush did he quell his brother's fury. For the knight looked upon his bard all acting up and completely losing his shit, and he did resolve to calmeth his juggalo ass right the fuck down. And so calmed his juggalo ass, and would continueth to be for all time. And the knight, in totally settling a murderous clown's ludicrous shit down and proper, said, "Let there be more allegiance." And it was so. And between moirails would flow bounteous mirth, and they did hug, bumpeth plentifully, and honks of reconciliation echoed far and true into the darkness upon the face of the deep. Close the tome. And it was good. Recap 4. No, fuck this. All right. We're finally here. The password is "see you soon." Okay, I'm gonna have to take your lack of response as a tacit verification. Also, this pretty much has to be the last conversation we have, right? Your timeline cuts out completely in a minute or two because of the scratch. What are you looking at up there? Are you hypnotized by the flashy shit? What the fuck? That's been going on ever since John started scratching that big goddamn record. Aren't you acclimated to it by now? Hello? Harley, Gigas mother of screaming fuck. Whatever, I guess I have shit to do now. I guess I should be keeping an eye in the sky too, now that I think about it. The bright green beacon should be appearing any minute, assuming you all actually manage to blow up the sun. And then, well, then I guess we all maybe get to hang out, while also being in not unyielding mortal peril. It's getting kind of old, frankly. Okay, well, this is a pretty crappy farewell, but I guess it'll have to do since there's some seriously show-stopping shit transpiring up there in fucking outer space. Later, Jade, I'm gonna go make sure John knows what the hell he's supposed to be doing. And in case none of this works and we don't actually get to meet, I guess I should say, since apparently my gutless future self can't express himself and never got around to saying so, thus leaving it up to me as usual to say that. Oh, sorry, I was distracted. Oh. No, not by all the scratchy stuff in the sky. There's something else coming down. What? It's hard to make out, but I think it might be... What? Shaving cream? What the hell is shaving cream? It's like, hey, Carcat? Never doubt the flammability of shaving cream. Bomb has been planted! Oh, shit. Well, she's dead. I guess mission accomplished. All right. The time has finally come. We're going to run an ad break. I'm going to use the restroom. It's the time everybody's finally waited for. All right. It's time for freaking Cascade. Oh, I've waited a while for this one. I knew about this coming in. I know it's long. I know it's big. We're going to wait for the ads, and then it's time. I'm aware this, like, crashed several internet servers back in the day when this came out. All right. Ads are over. Yo, ATD, thank you for the tier 1. Here we go. It's time for Cascade. All right. The scratch. Oh, that's a lot of angry goobers. Bonk. Oh, Jack just killed that guy real quick. Red Miles. Oh my god, whoa, the screen's expanding! Ah! Uh-oh, apocalypse level event. Five, four, three, two. It's WK, he's back. Oh shit. Good dog. Now watch him go destroy the universe. Oh shit, wait, he's in there? Uh-oh. Hey guys, what's up? No! Oh. That's a cool close-up. He's so detailed. One more. Oh, he didn't blow it up. Took the uranium, killed him. And then he killed the trolls session. And then he did all that shit. Blew up Prospect and Durst. Oh, hey. Dave made it. And the sword is bloody, so I guess he just fucking killed, Diamonds. Hey, he off-screened him. The tumor. And inside the tumor is... that. All right. Meanwhile... what are you waiting for? Draw, spades. Oh yeah. Well, if you kill her, doesn't that destroy the universe? Oh boy. Battlefield's getting cooked. Damn, the production values on this are crazy. Holy shit. This is all a Flash comic in 2011? Jesus. Hi, Jade. Hey, she got to get the god tier. Woohoo! Oh, because yeah, I guess her dream self ascended, and that was the one that was Colonel sprited. Interesting. Now she's got all the powers. The scratch. Oh yeah, now she's got to keep her promise and actually like keep all the planets safe like she said she would. She's doing crazy shit. Hey, it's the fourth wall. Oh, my eyes. Suckers. Oh, hey. This is where we were before. Now everybody's here. All right, here they go. Ow. Ow. Oh shit, yo. Oh yeah, they were on their quest slabs, and now they're gods. Oh shit. She's got the ring. Oh yeah. The fourth wall's been destroyed. That's pretty cool.
Hi Shay Ian, 2 clicks from here you can find my dead name because in high school I played violin for this when Rose and Dave went god tier.
Huh. You're sad when anything's for the 1,000 bits. End of Act 5. But wait. Intermission 2. Tumblr unlocked is crazy. Flashing lights warning, thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, this! Ah! He's already here. Uh-oh. Oh, he was inside of Doc Scratch? An excellent host. Literally, a host. Oh, that's cute. Uh-oh. Holy fucking epilepsy, Batman. Kinda hurts to look at, man. Come on. Why are we doing this? Woo! Oh no! Ah! He's here. And now he's stuck in the sarcophagus? What? Honk. 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 The vast honk. All right, that's the end of that intermission 2. All right. Time to stop. We start Act 6 next week. Woo, boy. That was good. I like that. That was a fun ending to Act 5. And with that, I think I'm done for the night. The fan animation, I think I'll watch that next time to start off with. All right, gamers. If you haven't already, you can go follow me on all my socials. All right. Go find somebody to raid. Let's see who's streaming. Send you guys over there. Not too much going on, huh? All right, well, in that case, I'm just going to head off for the night. Y'all have a wonderful night, everybody. Appreciate y'all. And I'll see you soon, all right? Take care, everybody. Later.